What is going on, guys? Gravy, gravy, gravy. Gang, it is past the gravy, episode 498. We're almost at 500, and it is Alex and Pat here. Now, Robert will be joining us later. He'll be joining us later. He had another engagement he had to do prior to the podcast, so he'll be hopping in a little late on the pod. But let's get started, dude. I had a weird interaction with my chiropractor before we did the pod. I went to the chiropractor after work. I told y'all last week my posture's been fucked, so my neck and shit was bothering me. And she was like, yeah, a lot of us hold stress in our neck and our back and our shoulders, and just so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you some homework. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, some stretches. And she was like, well, you need to find the stressors in your life and kind of try and think out what it is that's stressing you out, and then try and remove those as much as you can. And I was like,
it's me.
Just fucking crack my back. That's not a
dude. You could have just texted.
That's not an exercise.
Dude, I love cracking people's backs, and then we could have had a couple beers. I would have came right over.
But you didn't do training to do it, so.
But I've always been the back cracker. Oh, okay, neck I can't do, but back I can crack the shit out of people. I cracked a coworker's back yesterday. I'm the best.
Which is fine, but yeah, when I wanted
not necks. I don't do necks.
But yeah, she was really sweet and she was really nice, but I was just I thought you were about to give me all these stretches to do, and no, it was just just find those stresses and remove them. Hey, I know you're feeling sad. Just don't do that. Okay. Got it. So, hey,
and you went to a chiropractor and that's what they gave you? Was
well,
just
then she adjusted me after that, but
well, that's the fucking part that she's supposed to do. You can't just leave that part out.
Well, but she did adjust me afterwards, but I was just all right.
You are a ridiculous person.
Back part, let's do that. Let's do that thing. But yeah, she was nice. I was just that was an interesting interaction. And speaking of interesting interactions, since we're technically already in the Precome segment, I was at Monster Jam this weekend with the morning show. We had the Rod Ryan show truck. Apparently did pretty well. That was a good crack.
Yeah, thank you.
You watched the video version on the YouTube channel. You would have seen that.
I always wonder if you guys can hear those when I do it. But
yeah, no, we can definitely hear that one.
Okay.
I need to do my algorithm has chiropractor or just back popping.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that shit.
Instagram. So I need to just clip that of you doing that. Pat snapping neck for chiropract.
I should just start recording it because I just do this shit all day. Just put out little clips. I'll be that guy.
Yeah, and but I'll just watch people adjusting people's backs or doing whatever, and it's oh, that is interesting. You just hear the clicks, and then I assume that half of them are fake too. You can just throw those sound effects in there. I'll do that. I'll just add a bunch of
Oh no, the best is when they get the good one, and you just hear them go, oh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then also you realize they have microphones on them most of the time.
But still,
I was talking about weird interactions, and we were at Monster Jam, so people were they were coming by in the little pit party before the show and taking pictures with us and shaking hands. We were talking to some people, and they always say having a firm handshake is a sign of a real man. But is there such thing as having too firm of a handshake? Because not very many people, but every now and then there's somebody that just comes and they try to alpha the fuck out of your hand, and it's dude, you don't have to break my hand. A nice firm handshake, I gotcha. But it was you know, it's the squeeze on it sometimes is what are we doing here? Are you just trying to alpha me in front of everybody? I feel emasculated now, but what it's a little bit try hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
it's 2 all weekend and there were hundreds of hands, but
I've got a name for
whoa.
I've got a name for it that I just came up with because it is the perfect name for it. It's called the okay buddy. If we shake hands and the first thought in my head is okay buddy, you're trying way too hard. Perfect example, Trump, because he does all those power moves on people where when he shakes people's hands, he pulls them into him.
Yeah.
World leaders, people doing maybe up in business, whatever. Regular just meeting a guy and he goes, hey, what's up? Like, okay, buddy, calm the fuck down. Because I've got a firm handshake. It's, I believe, to be the perfect handshake. It's right there. It's firm, but I'm not squeezing the shit out of your hand, and it's not a pussy handshake. When people go harder than me, I'm like, stop fucking trying so goddamn hard.
And I don't care if you have like a more firm, I don't care if you have a more firm handshake than me. It's just like when you're trying to like crush my hand, and then like maybe you're not intentionally doing it. Maybe I have a bitch hand. I don't know. I don't think I have the strongest handshake ever, but I think like I always try and go out of my way to make sure it's like a fairly like firm handshake. But like when it's like I feel like you like grab my knuckles and you do like the push down thing. It's like, or like sometimes I don't think they intentionally do that, but I feel like sometimes like, what are you doing? But I like the okay, buddy. All right, buddy, knock it off.
I mean, say it out loud to their face. They'll get embarrassed. Like, okay, buddy.
Like, fucking tough guy over here.
Fucking vice grip.
Thinking you're a better man than me because you can squeeze my hand? Huh?
Fucking king crab over here.
That's why you just kick him in the shin. That's what I should have done.
Or you know what? Just immediately your other hand goes up, smack him in the face. What are you doing?
What? Don't. Let's try that again.
You try and alpha me? I just smacked you in public.
Like when you dap people, there's nobody that like, nobody fucking punches you when you try and dap them. Like there's not that version of like a dap.
Oh, that's not true.
You think? I'm sure somewhere maybe, but like I would say,
okay, but this isn't. It's not the same as a dap. But like, you know, when you're watching sports, hold on, I got one for you. You know, when you're watching sports and like something happens, you just go, "Let's go," boom, and you just do the quick little fist bump. It's like my brother is the guy that just punches your fucking hand. Like his knuckle will go right on, you know, the bone in your hand, that's the pinky bone. That's like, that's easy to hurt. Just drills you right there. You go, dude, what the fuck? Stop being a pussy. Stop punching my hand. Jason Tatum just hit a 3. That's good for the over. We're just, good job. Just bam. Like you don't have, we're not assaulting each other. He is that guy.
I just feel like that's like fewer than like handshaking and like high-fiving, because like I do understand like sometimes there's like people might be off when there's like, yo, high five, and like you have the guy that's just, I'm coming 100 miles an hour, and you're like, what's a high five? It's a high five though, so like you get a pass on that because it's like, we're fucking jacked, we're high-fiving. Like a handshake is like, what's up, good to see you, man. Like, but when you just like, when you overdo it and you're like trying to break my hand, it's like kind of seems like you're trying too hard, man. And then the like fist bump, like, yeah, like you're saying like your brother like does like the full on punch, but it's like I feel like that happens way less than the over the top aggressive handshake and then the way too fast high five, which is okay because it's a fucking high five.
Yeah, it's level. I mean, obviously the punch fist bump guy is a complete and total fucking douchebag. And I've told my brother this. I'm not saying anything behind his back. Everything I've said to you guys about my brother, I've said to him. He knows.
He's very aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's aware of the piece of shit that he is. And then the handshake guy, you're just doing too much. The high fives are just, nobody's ever gotten high fived really hard, no matter how bad it hurt, and got like really mad at it. You're just like, shit. Damn, that was a good one, dude.
That was a good, because it's a high five. It's usually a very good moment.
I still think about this from time to time. One of my old buddies, we were in a sports bar probably like 8-10 years ago, and we high-fived, and it's a loud sports bar. Our high five was so perfect and so loud that the table behind us all jumped and looked at us. It was one of the proudest moments of my life.
That was like a gunshot.
It was a fucking great high five. Oh, I still think about that high five.
There's a lot of things in life are not as good as a good high five when you just have that like perfect one.
When it's just fucking clean, or when like someone cooler than you and you give them like the perfect like high five dap that comes to like the hand clinch, and you do that perfectly, and you're like,
both of you execute it like perfectly. It's not like a good friend of yours either. It's just somebody you hadn't seen in a while.
It's just, I faked how cool I was there for a second. That was awesome.
I remember when we went up to New York to go to that Giants Texans game, when the Giants they scored a touchdown, and I just like turned around and like there was a guy, another Giants fan behind me, and we just high fived. I didn't know the guy, but it was just like perfect, and I was like, fuck yeah, that felt good. It gives you a nice little buzz. Gives you a nice little buzz.
It's a serotonin boost. It's a perfect example of just dudes rock. Like, what made you so happy? Dude, you're in a great mood. Why are you in a great mood? I had such good high five yesterday.
The thing we liked did the thing we also liked, and now we like this, and we just executed it.
Just guys being dudes.
This is us expressing that we like the thing that we like doing, the thing that we like, the thing we like doing.
That's the closest I can get to an expressing a real emotion to another person.
Yeah, that's the guy version of yes, queen. Just high five.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Let's fucking go.
Just aggression, but love at the same time.
Yeah. Are you trying to fight or are you excited? Both. Both.
I don't know, but get on the bed.
You ain't get it, babe. It's guy stuff. Okay, so handshakes can be too firm. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
For sure.
And then what else did I write? Oh, air purifier light game is what I wrote down because Emma got a new air purifier for her birthday. And so she's got it in our living room. And I have never ever really realized how bad the air in your house can be if it's just dusty and shit. But it's got a light that's blue if the air quality is good. It goes purple if it's kind of sus. And then it goes red if it's like bad air quality. But like it'll go red and then it'll go right back to blue sometimes for after like 10 seconds. But it's always like, it's really fun like walking in the room now, like, oh, it's purple. It's purple. What is it? What is it? What's in the air? What's in the air? And then oh, it's back to blue. It's back to blue. Back to blue. Like it's a really fun game that I get to play now. Every time I walk into my living room, like, we got a purple alert. We got a purple alert. It's red. Fuck. Okay, back to blue. We're good. I don't know what happened, but we're back to blue.
I have two questions. One, how do you not blame Emma for farting every time you walk in and it's not blue? Like that's got to be the go-to joke. She's like, "Oh, you farted. It's purple."
That's what I mean. I've used that joke. I'd be like, "Oh, it's just a fart."
Oh, I would do it every time.
I but also to go rip one and like do it right over the thing because I want.
Okay, that was question two. That was question two. Oh, you know what you need to do? Wait till a day when you're hungover, and let a hangover fart right into that thing, and see if it goes just like, right from blue to red.
But like that's a fun little game. Fun little game with this air purifier. Like I could normally like I should probably care more about the air quality, but like now I'm like. How's the air going? Oh, it's good. It's blue. We're good.
Dude, I do not want to know.
It makes it seem like I'm doing something to like help the quality of the air in our apartment. But like I'm really just looking at a light like, yep, everything's good. Checks out.
I do not want to know what the air quality is in my house because I was cleaning this morning. I'd say this morning I woke up at 2:00. No, that's not true. I woke up at 10:30. I got out of bed at 2:00. I live a pretty sweet life, guys. But we were sweeping and shit, and just the amount of dust and dog hair and shit that was it's below red. That's probably what the air quality is in my house today. At least yesterday it was all settled and not kicked up in the air. Now that shit is everywhere, and it's just it's bad. The way I live is bad. I know it, and I don't care.
But you don't have different colored lights to tell you the quality of it. So like you're just living peacefully. Now I'm like, fuck, it's purple.
I just don't think it would turn on. Like it would turn on my house and then just shut itself off. Like I'm not even gonna attempt to fix
it. Would break after 2 minutes. It's like nope.
Yeah. No.
I'm not here for that. It makes me want to like take it different places and just plug it in and be like, how's the air quality going? Up, just purple. Consistently purple.
Dude, you should take it to work and plug it in next to different people. Like go sit next to Chili, plug it in. Be like, okay, go sit next to Tessa, plug it in back. You're doing something wrong. And just fuck with people.
Or for girls, we could just say it's like an aura reader. Oh, let me read your aura. Come stand here.
I got this off astrology.com.
It's purple. I'm seeing a lot of purples coming off of you. That's mediocre. Reds, that's bad. That's a bad one. It's not great. Not great.
Oh, dude, make a TikTok of it, but don't say mediocre. Call it mid. Your aura's mid.
Mid. You're right. Yeah, it's mid. But I could also just say like it is an aura reader, and people would probably believe that, wouldn't they?
Dude, yours is blue. Your aura's bussing right now.
Whatever that, no free ads, but I need to go find out the name of that air purifier and hit them up and be like, I got a brilliant marketing idea for you guys. Yeah. Just don't sell them as air purifiers. Say they're aura readers, and girls will fucking buy them.
Red light, high key, not lit.
It's like when I heard somebody say one time, he was like, I always text my girl at 11:11 because she's fucking into all that fucking space shit and astrology and like the stars, and she's always like, oh, it's meant to be. He texted me at 11:11 or 2:22, and I was like, this is fucking other level shit, dude. It's meant to be because he always texts me around these times, and he's like, just set an alarm on my phone. Boop, yep, all right. Hey, how are you doing? Good morning. Fucking, he's playing chess. People are playing checkers. That guy gets it.
I actually thought about that today because I was watching something. And I wish I hadn't always been so irrationally angry at astrology and how stupid it is. Because I could have. I'm a Cancer. You know what the logo for Cancer is? Not the crab, the logo. It's a fucking sideways 69.
That's hentai.
I mean, that could have worked in my favor. It probably wouldn't, because I wouldn't be able to get through an actual line of questioning with that without just laughing hysterically. But no, I had to be angry all the time.
You should get one of those tattoos on you just to make people think you're like deep and be like, oh yeah, it's when I was born.
Dude, maybe that can be our bet next year. Is
you have to get your astrology thing tattooed on you?
Oh, no. That would be for me, because if my first tattoo was of astrology, I would hate it so fucking much. So I would have to come up with a tattoo for you that you would hate also.
No. Are we gonna?
Well, then it's only bad for one of us.
Are we gonna get PTG tattoos? Because I'm getting a hankering.
I am too. Hey, we're about to get them refunds, dog. We'll be flush with cash.
Let's do that. That's what we'll do with it. Robert, you down to get tats? Get tatted up with the boys? His mic's
not on. Your mic's not on, dude.
Absolutely not.
You're not even prepared. Robert wouldn't even write it with Sharpie. He'd be like, this is going to be just a pain to get off.
That would be a really funny punishment for Robert. Like, he has to get a drawn-on tattoo where we give him the stencil of it, but like every day for like a month, he would have to Sharpie the exact same tattoo in the exact same place. And he's like, you don't have to get a real tattoo, but you have to make this on your arm every single day for a month.
What it would need to be is he'd have to get one of those henna tattoos that only lasts for like a week, but it's staying there for that week.
Yeah.
That would be it. Face tat, Robert? Or just like a neck tat?
No, I wouldn't make him do face tat. Yeah, maybe like behind the ear.
Well, see, that's what would be funny about it.
Teardrop one.
No, dude, what if we just had him get like the Tekashi, the 6'9"? Oh, no, he wouldn't do 6'9".
He wouldn't do but Cancer.
Maybe a teardrop.
Cancer logo.
I'll do like 619.
619, yeah.
Oh no, you got it 281.
281.
You got just give you just like a hood ass Houston.
And then 832 above your eyebrows.
Really, just we would have to pick one of the face tattoos that Riff Raff has, and that's what Robert would have to have.
Yeah, I've said it so many times on this podcast, but I always wanted to like get all of Lil Wayne's face tattoos in black light ink, so it's like it looks mostly fine most of the time, and then I go to like a bar that's got a black light and people are like, what the fuck?
You scare a child at a birthday party.
But also, it's like symbols, like I don't know what the symbols mean, so it's like I don't want to be in trouble because I have a problematic symbol on my face at any point in time, you know.
You could just do who's the guy with the ice cream cone?
I don't know.
That can't be bad.
I want to do whatever Post Malone has. His seem not problematic.
Yeah, Posty seems like a good guy.
He seems chill.
Dude, I mean, his dad worked for the Cowboys. It's not like he grew up rich and he's just a fun guy that likes face tattoos and knew he had a safety net to fall back on, so it didn't matter.
That works too. Okay. Before I had one more thing, and I felt like I waited for it. I actually hit you up this weekend with this take, and I feel like it's gonna get some backlash, but like Dr. Pepper is very big in Texas. Like everybody loves them some DP, but I think Mr. Pibb is a far superior beverage. I had a Mr. Pibb for the first time in a while, and like I was like, dude, this is like Dr. Pepper's overrated. I think Dr. Pepper is one of those things. It's like hyped up because people are told that it's good. There's a lot of stuff like that. It's just like, we're just told, oh, this is the best thing on earth. But like, I low-key think Dr. Pepper's trash. Dr. Pepper sucks. They brag about having 23 fucking ingredients. Mr. Pibb doesn't have that many ingredients in it because they just get to the fucking point. I don't even like, they won't give us what the ingredients are. You can tell us what's in it. You just don't have to tell us the amount, and we can like figure it out on our own, you know? But like, I feel like that, like Dr. Pepper is like the Corona of soft drinks, where like Corona Light is shit beer, but they were great at marketing and being like, hey, we have bathing suits you can get and flip-flops and tank tops and T-shirts, and like Dr. Pepper's like, we got hats and shirts, you can wear these, and people are like, I'm a Pepper too. Like, it's just hip to think Dr. Pepper's cool. Dr. Pepper's not that good. Mr. Pibb is way better. It's more refreshing, and like it's not a fucking, like, it's not flaunting its fucking degree around, you know.
So much like everybody listening to this right now, you texted me this weekend, and I went into a blind rage. I thought you were fucking with me. I thought you were fucking with me, to be honest. And you convinced me, like, dude, go buy one. Side by side it. And I don't think anybody or anything in my life has ever hurt me as bad as coming to the realization that Pib is better. I tried it side by. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to say it. I was like, no. And I took another sip, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go. You use the T word on the DP, the trash.
Trash.
You are.
It's overrated. It's overrated.
If you want to say that, I can at least say the T word is so uncalled for. But somehow Pib did make the superior drink.
It's just got a little bit more of like a kick to it. I feel like, and it's
I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe that's it. There's just so many things going on in Dr. Pepper, and Pib was like, "Well, if we did that but simplified it, and we just took a little bit away, and then your mouth could fully understand what was happening." But goddamn it, you son of a bitch!
I'm telling you, dude. It's Mr. Pib or Pib so Extra, good. Whatever the fuck it's going by now. It's far superior. Like I'm a Mr. Pib only guy now.
I'm gonna get a can later. I'm gonna pour it on myself as I touch myself in the shower.
That's how much I love Pib. Doing that myself.
I hadn't had Pib in like, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, because it wasn't that hats and branding that did Dr. Pepper so well. It's from Texas, so Texans are just like, fuck yeah, we're gonna drink it, which is what I did. Better. As a loyal Texan, I drank Dr. Pepper as I should because it is delicious. I will disagree with you on that, but Pib beat him, man.
Mr. Pib. Remember, it was headquartered in Texas Pib as well.
It was Mr. Pib, then it was Pib Extra. Now isn't it just Pib now? I don't fucking know.
I think it's Pib.
That's
Extra
how long.
Now.
So
Mr. Pib
I don't
is
even
what
know the name.
I'll always call it Mr. Pib.
Oh, it's Mr. Pib, yeah.
And like he just seems like Dr. Pepper is the fucking guy at the party is just like, well, I do this when I was in Costa Rica last week on my yacht. I was doing that. And Mr. Pibb's like, hey man, how's it going? It's good to see you, man. Like, how's your week been? Like, Mr. Pib is the guy you want to hang with. Dr. Pepper's like he's being too fucking yuckity yuck, you know?
I think Dr. Pepper's a good family friend that's always been there, but Mr. Pibb is just. Yeah, Dr. Pepper, he's your family friend. Maybe he's your dad's friend. Mr. Pibb's your buddy. That's your buddy. That's your guy.
Dr. Pepper is the standard. Like, they're like, you need to be like Dr. Pepper. You need to be like Dr. Pepper. He's got it all together. And it's like, no, mom, that's just what everybody's telling you. That's what the mainstream media is telling you. Mr. Pibb, he can do it all. Like, I don't need to go to college to be able to get a good job. I can make more money if I don't go to college too. I can make a lot of money doing that. And it's like, well, he went to medical school. It's like, for what? To make sodas? That's not good for you anyways. Not a great doctor.
Did y'all's parents ever give you talks like that and shit? Like, you need to do this, you need to share. I never got any of that growing up. And that's probably why I'm here.
Hey,
because I was the fourth. Well, here, I don't blame my parents at all for anything. They gave me everything, and I was the fourth child. You can only care so much.
Absolutely.
Like, once you get to 4, you're just like, well, you guys watch him until he moves out, and you're talking to the other children.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know where I was going with that. That just made me think about that. I don't know. I do not know where I was going with that. Yeah,
I'm team Pib.
The shirts.
I'm team Mr. Pib. I'm a Pib. I'm a Pibber.
Should get a Pib tattoo.
I'm with him. No, that seems
Pibbles and bits. I don't know.
I'm a Pib. We'll make an I'm a Pibber shirt.
That sounds like that could be an insult that like little kids came up with. Like, dude, you're such a Pib. Dude, look at him just being a Pib over there.
Don't be such a Pib. Robert, do you like Mr. Pibb or Dr. Pepper?
I gotta say, both of them are. I'm gonna use a T-word here. Both of them are trash.
But this is Robert, so you know the opposite of what he says is correct because his takes are garbage.
He also thinks peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are like bad.
Yeah, they don't belong together.
First of all, I can't trust a man that's never eaten a booger in his life. Okay.
Yeah. Recent study suggests episode 100.
Teaser.
Go check it out on YouTube too. I also, you need to do a really good teaser here. I think it'll be great. I need you to do your White Lotus theme song impression.
My White Lotus theme song impression. Actually,
that was my maybe the highlight of the show to me.
I mean, I think that might be a teaser that's coming out tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you might have to check that out too.
I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Pat had no idea what I was talking about, and I was trying to do it. I was like, you haven't heard that at all? He's like, no.
I've had zero interaction with the White Lotus on. I was telling Alex, I don't understand how the algorithm has completely skipped me and White Lotus. I haven't seen a meme. I haven't seen a clip. I haven't seen shit from that show. The only thing I saw was when Michael Imperioli was, someone was like, actor from White Lotus, and everyone on the internet was like, no, actor from The Sopranos. You say it right. He was in The Sopranos. Show the respect.
Yeah.
That's the only part of it I saw, which I agree with. That's Christopher Moltisanti.
Christopher.
I might have to rewatch fucking Sopranos now just because I got myself worked up again.
So you should watch Lotus though.
You should watch White Lotus.
Watch a little Lodi.
No, because every time he's on screen and I don't hear someone yell Christopher, I'm gonna be like, this is wrong.
But they're in Italy, so it's like it's kind of like it is Christopher.
I don't know. I don't like being
a dick too. So like it's just like
okay, I'm back in. No, I don't like being the guy that's like I can't watch this actor in anything else because I only think of one role. I get over it 20 seconds into it every time. Right. Just like, dude, but that's Stifler. And then I'm like, oh wait, he's a different guy because it's an actor.
Research I suggest episode 100. You can watch it now on YouTube. Go check it out. I thought it was a very good episode, Robert.
Thank you.
Although I'm sad you won't be doing more video ones because it's funny. It's funny watching you guys back and forth.
Might do some in the future, but not every week. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I bet so. All right. What did you guys have for today's Precome segment?
Well, I had already kind of talked about it a little bit, but I was telling you about it before. I had heard somebody use this mantra earlier this week, and it was just you know how most people, they have a mantra and it's like kick the day's ass or like be your best you. I heard someone use one that would just have yourself one, and I fucking love it. Like that's how I've been living my life for the last week, and I can already tell you it's having negative effects because I haven't worked out at all. I was actually kind of doing like I keep my fucking dumbbells right next to me on my couch. So like I don't have an excuse to not use them. Yeah, dude. And haven't touched them. Haven't gone for a walk, any exercise whatsoever. I slept till fucking 2:00 or I was in bed till 2:00 today. And I just find myself constantly on the couch like later on in the night. And I'm like, let's finish this one and go to bed. Like, you've had enough to drink. And then in my brain, I hear, have yourself one. I'm like, I should have myself one. And I have another drink, watch another episode. I ate fajitas at like 2:30 in the morning last night. Didn't need to do that.
Fuck yeah, no.
Put the fajitas away, went back to the fridge, got more tortillas, started dipping those in queso, wrapped some in just the lettuce. So I was like, I'll save the meat, but I was just wrapping just lettuce, dipping that in sour cream. And I had some cookies. Have yourself one is not for the faint of heart.
But it's like a good, but I think it's fun. It's a fun one.
Oh, it is. I'm just back to being dirtbag.
With some side effects, kind of definitely.
Oh,
you
yeah.
You want to know a little like weird thing that's happened to me is like I started like working out and like I've gotten into a fairly good routine to the point to where like I've just convinced myself that I'm a huge piece of shit if I don't do it. So much to where like yesterday, like I was really busy. I had a bunch of stuff going on. We had a death like in my family's like I was dealing with some of that stuff when I came back and was going to do a podcast, but I was like, fuck, I haven't worked out today. And I got to the point where I just like found like a 30-minute ab workout and was like, I could bang it out in 30 minutes. And I was just like, you fucking piece of shit. You better fucking get a workout in. You better get a workout in. And I was like, I'm at that point. And it's like, I think that's why I did all of this. It's fine.
I'm always
reap the benefits where I'm like, you're a piece of shit if you don't do it. You're a piece of shit if you don't do it. You're a piece of shit if you don't do it, to where I feel guilty enough to do it.
Oh, I accepted being a piece of shit a long time ago, so that wouldn't work for me. But there would be some nights when I would just be like, oh, I'm not going to do it tonight. And then I'm like, no, stop. Just fucking do it. It's right in front of you. It takes 18 seconds to do a set. And this is the last week I haven't been doing it. Also, anytime in the past, which this hasn't happened in years, but I've ever considered like looking up ab workouts, stuff on YouTube to do, I'm actually terrified of doing that because I'm always so close to taking a shit. I'm convinced if I did an ab workout, I'd shit my pants. Like I don't have to. at all right now. I went right before we started. If I started doing crunches right now, I bet you within like 5 minutes I'd poop my pants if I didn't go to the bathroom. There's just always one there. I'm that unhealthy of a person.
I think you should get that checked out. Like that's definitely a problem.
How many times a day did you say you poop?
Depending on the day, low end 3, high end. If I drank a shit ton the night before, I don't know, 7.
So much time. What do you do with all that time lost? Or like, how
do you I do the same thing that most of us are doing anyway when you're not pooping. I'm scrolling my phone on the toilet. You're scrolling your phone on the couch. That's the difference. Or sometimes it's just at work. I'm at work. I get in there, check text from my buddies, shit talk a little bit, check Twitter, get back to work. But I mean, here's the problem though, is I'll get home from work and then I just go and I'm like, I'll just take a shit when I get home. And then I like grab a drink real quick, slam that, and I go and I sit down, and then all of a sudden I'm like, damn it, I've been in here for like 20 minutes. Cause I just, you just space out. It's 11:30 at night. I don't have anything to do. I'm like, fuck.
There's nothing like worse when you have like I got 10 minutes before I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes to do this, and then I'm gonna get up and go do whatever I need to be doing. And then like you look up and it's been an hour, and you're shit, I've been looking at TikTok for an hour.
Well, when
that's
you
why
don't
TikTok's
have anyone
so deadly
because
it just goes to the next one.
I mean, you like if you were in there, Emma would be like, "Are you okay?" And you'd be like, "Oh shit, I forgot I was in here." I got no one to keep me accountable, dude. I just live my life. Dangerous. Sweet sometimes, very dangerous at other times. Like it's why I've said for years that I need like a woman to just boss me around. Like I need a very bossy woman to date me, pretty much, because when I'm left to my own devices, this is what happens. Just I need someone to tell me what to do. I did well in high school. I got to college. Nobody telling you what to do. Barely made it through that shit.
You need like a dominatrix that's like not the sex stuff. Like she doesn't make you do the sex stuff. She's just like, do this instead.
Let's not take the sex stuff off the table. Okay.
Buddy? Well, I'm saying like if you're not into the whips or whatever, like she doesn't have to like whip you, but like she'd be like, Pat, do this. And you're like, okay, that's a good idea. Pat, put that laundry away. Sweep up that hair pile. And you're like, okay.
No hair pile.
Right. But like she would keep you on that shit,
I need a woman that like wanted to become a drill instructor but didn't quite make it.
Is any females listening to this have been honorably or dishonorably discharged? Sergeants or whatever. Sergeants?
Yeah, ladies, please apply.
Military, let us know. And Pat would possibly be into, hey, employing a veteran. Big Pat.
The meaner you are to me, the faster I'm going to fall in love with you too. So, ladies, your move. I just want to be treated like shit.
Definitely, ladies, don't just text Pat.
Shit, is that my kink?
At not Pat Dion.
Like, I've never thought about it. I've never thought of I have thought about it before. I was like, I don't think I actually have anything that weird. I just think I want him to be mean to me. I think that's my kink.
What is that?
I'm cool with that.
What porn category would that be?
Well, no, like I don't get me wrong. I don't like dominatrix shit. Like I don't want stepping on balls. I don't want all that weird shit.
That's what I was saying. You don't have to do the kink stuff. You can just hey, tell him to do stuff.
You stupid piece of shit. I'm like, I am. I love you. You want pancakes? That's what I need right now.
Good deal for her. I mean, she gets pancakes and like she doesn't have to do all the other
call
stuff.
Me an asshole. Oh my god, I just made myself cry from laughing. That's fucking great. And I had a self-realization moment.
Pat finds his kink.
I'm excited. I think a whole new world just opened up to me.
Yeah, just don't stand up.
No. This is intellectual that we're talking about right now. It hasn't worked its way down.
Mental.
Sorry, Robert. I'll just keep my hands up here so you feel comfortable.
Yeah. Robert, what did you bring in for the Precome segment?
I don't think I would look good with a beard. In fact,
we know that's not true.
In fact, I know that because there is a picture of me going around where someone put a beard on my face. And honestly, when I saw that, it kind of made me nauseous to look at. I was like, this.
It made you look hip.
No, I did not like the way it looked. And then Pat saying that it's a good look on me. I don't think so.
Robert, I wanted to, if you were in front of me and you had that beard on, I would have grabbed both hands or both sides of your face like Fredo, and I would have kissed you. How could you say you don't look like the evidence was right there? Everybody, and this wasn't just Gravy Gang casting us up because that's what they like to do. Robert, you looked better than I could possibly look, and it made me a little angry and turned on at the same time. Like that. Dude, it was straight beard because that's how yours would be. It'd be straight. You don't have the curly pube situation on your face that I got.
Yeah, he had a better beard than I did in that picture. And whatever, like because Robert was so upset, like just everybody, it would be just definitely do not Photoshop a beard onto Robert's face going forward. Like that would just, I'm telling you, definitely do not do that. It would be a real shame if everybody were to start Photoshopping pictures of Robert with beard.
I also realized that I'm like, my facial hair is like a cartoon character on this podcast because I only ever shave on Saturdays. So every Wednesday, it's the same amount of hair on my face.
Can someone please Photoshop Jason Momoa's beard from Game of Thrones? You know, like the Dothraki one that's got like, dude, you would look so hot with that beard. Like I Googled Jason Momoa beard and really all of them you look good in. But especially that one, the beard with like the fucking like hair ties around it that's long.
Definitely don't do that though, guys. Don't Photoshop that beard on him.
Yeah,
definitely
don't do that.
No.
Definitely
do it.
Real shame if that were to happen. It'd be a real shame if everybody were to do that. And also definitely don't do the Abe Lincoln beard on him either. I definitely would hate that for Robert if everybody did that.
Damn it. I was gonna say do it for me for January, and I just realized January's over.
January's over. Hey, but we gotta be respectful. We gotta be respectful of all the other months. Shout out Black History Month.
I figure out my kink the day after the month ends, where women have to do what I tell them to. Son of a bitch.
But now you have to do what they tell you to do.
That's even hotter.
Yeah, there you go. that gets him going. And he's like, I'm right back in. All right. Is that everything we all had for Precome segment? Good. Look at that. We're just chugging along today. Let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment. And this week, the Comeback Kid segment is brought to you by Pass the Gravy, episode 500, live from Kobo's Q in East Downtown Houston, 2012 Rusk Street. That's going down next Saturday after this, February 11th at 1 p.m. is when we're going on there. Like they'll be open. I think they open at 11. So like you can go whenever. We'll be there early, but like we're going to go on at 1. We're going to do our live 500th podcast. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some burrito tacos. We're going to have some brisket mac and cheese quesadillas. We're going to have some awesome fucking food from Kobo's Q, best food in town, and we're gonna do that 500th episode. It'll be a rare 2-week episode or 2-episode week for us, and then that'll be a bonus Monday episode that you guys get the following week. So if you don't get to make it out, you can still listen to the episode. If you do make it out, you're gonna want to listen and watch the episode. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. I don't really think like usually when we do a live show, we have like some weird bells and whistles with it. Like we're just kind of hanging out. It's just Gravy Gang, vibing with everybody. So like, come hang out.
It's going to be a vibe fest.
Have some drinks. It's right in the shadow of Minute Maid Park. We'll be talking about baseball season coming up. This is yesterday was the last day of the last month without baseball until November. Fun fact. Think about that. Think about that one.
It was the last month.
Because spring training. That's right. Report in February.
I think it's
and then
2
baseball
weeks.
goes until November.
14 days from today for the Astros, I think.
The 20th, I believe, is when the Astros report. I was filling out my sports calendar. I do.
I thought
for my job. And
wait.
It's 20th or 21st, I want to say.
Was it pitchers and catchers report that day or the team?
The full team report.
I thought I saw something that said 15 days yesterday. Whatever, not important.
Something like that. Maybe
we do a little more karaoke at the end like we did last time.
Oh yeah, we did do.
Can we do that?
Karaoke.
Little Okie?
Okay, I'd be down to do a little Okie. But Robert has to do some Okie too.
As long as it's the White Lotus theme song.
Let's do that. Robert and I will just do the White Lotus. There's no words in it, but
I got dibs on tequila.
Fuck, that was a good one. We did do. Me and Pat just looked at like the song with the fewest words in it, and we're like, done. We're killing it. And then I crushed Enrique Iglesias. But Kobo's Q, 2012 Rusk Street, our live 500th episode out there. Please come on out, guys. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't believe we're about to hit that. It's nuts that we've done that many episodes. Not this Saturday, February 11th, the Saturday after this, Saturday, February 11th at 1:00 Central Time at Kobo's Q. 2012 Rusk Street in downtown Houston. Gonna be awesome, and you guys need to mark your calendars because I can't wait to see all you guys and gals out there. Also, shout out to everybody that bought a PTG 500 shirt. You can order them now if you're listening to this. You can still order them. We're gonna make it available until, let's say, until that Friday, or no, until we'll go through the weekend of that show, and then like we're cutting it off. Can't get it anymore. If you want to get one, then we can at least like be like, hey, if you want to go get one now. You're not going to get to wear it to the thing, but you can order it. And if you want to be like, hey, I remember that. That was fun. Pretend it's like a concert tee, you know? I was telling them, like, I didn't do the work to, like, we'll make a shirt like this one day where it's just like the festival lineup, but it's just all of the words from the intro of the podcast. I'm working, man. I got to pay my bills. Oh, look at me. The minute I go to see doctors. You reek of scotch and cheesecake. And it'll just be in like randomly like different sized fonts. Like all the bands like Coachella and shit. So it'll look like an actual festival shirt, but it'll just be a Pass the Gravy shirt. I need to find a better graphic designer than I am. So that'll be
not me. I wish I could help you, buddy.
We also may have some cool merch news coming out, hopefully in the next month or so, which I'm looking forward to. But that is that's who our Comeback Kids segment is brought to you by our 500th episode live at Kobo's Q next Saturday, February 11th at 1:00, 2012 Rusk Street in downtown Houston. No cover, no nothing like that. Just come out, have a good time. We're going to do a pod for about an hour. We're going to hang out with you guys after that for a couple hours, for a while until we aren't hanging out with you guys, until I'm too drunk to do anything. We're going to be hanging out with you guys and gals. But looking forward to seeing you guys next Saturday, February 11th at Kobo's Q. This is the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. Our first Comeback Kid this week is the Empire motherfucking State Building because it's time to cancel it. Like, I'm done with it. I'm fucking done with the Empire State Building. It's dead to me. I don't fucking care. I think King Kong was right. King Kong was right to climb up on it and try and break that fucking shit off. Like, fuck the Empire State Building. They, Sunday night after the Eagles, who fuck the Eagles, by the way, won the NFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl, they lit the Empire State Building top up green and white, and then they tweeted, "Fly Eagles, like get the fuck out! Not that city. It's not your city. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Dead to me. Dead to me. Fuck you, Empire State Building. Like Buddy the Elf's dad works in there, but like fuck him. Fuck him. I'm never buying his children's book. I understand why Peter Dinklage was fucking an angry elf because he didn't want to be in a fucking bullshit building that does the fucking stunts like that. And then they got so much heat after doing that they were like, no, we also did Chiefs colors too after they won. It's like, no. This is a fucking makeup move, and we still fucking hate you. Fuck them. I get that you like the Jets also play in New York, and maybe they hadn't been able to use the green and white lights, but there's no excuse. There's no fucking excuse. You think when the Giants go to the Super Bowl next couple of years, you think they're gonna fucking paint the Liberty Bell blue? No, I don't think so.
Not a damn chance.
I don't fucking think.
Yeah,
so.
it wasn't a makeup call. They do it every year, but you can't do it to your rival city. You don't do it to your like.
You do it to the fucking Eagles.
I don't know what any of the buildings are named in Houston, but you think if the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl at H-Town, we're lighting up Cowboys colors? No. Or you think of the Spurs? You think if the Spurs got well, I mean, the Spurs colors are just black and fucking silver, so it's that's the light colors anyway.
Night sky.
But like, we're not lighting up the Spurs or the Mavericks or any of that. It's a rival city. Yeah, we do it for everyone. because we're New York and we're the blah, 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 blah. No!
Fuck you.
You don't do your rival cities.
Fuck you.
You don't celebrate your rival cities. You talk shit, and when they have success, you ignore it. That's how it goes. Like, whoever did that should be fired. Whoever, like, there should have been somebody in the chain of command that was like, oh, Eagles won, so we're going to light it up. Someone would be like, no. This is New York.
I swear to God, if you change that fucking light, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. I'm going to punch you in the fucking mouth, you pib.
Just
you fucking pib.
You fucking pib head. the lack of awareness. Like, because even if you just did it, it's bad enough. But then they tweeted out pictures of it. Someone on the social media team should have been like, I'm not pressing send on that, and you need to stop it.
Turn it off now.
It's
bullshit. I'm canceling it. Team King Kong now. I'm Team King Kong. I get it.
It's astounding.
I get it.
I mean, I was always Team
The
King
real
Kong.
monster is the Empire State Building, not King Kong. He was just an innocent, oversized gorilla.
I mean, King Kong and Harambe, spot the difference. You can't.
Heroes.
They were captured. They were confined somewhere they didn't want to be.
And
some
they're
shit
the
happened,
assholes.
and then they got
then
killed.
They're the assholes.
Wait, fuck. My stance has always been that Harambe should have been shot.
I'm glad you turned just like your Mr. Pibb take. I'm glad you came around to the good side. It feels nice. It feels nice.
Damn it, I think that just happened. Fuck. I think I'm Team Harambe. Which is actually, when you think about it, shocking I was ever team or anti-Harambe, because it was a kid that he grabbed. I'm always Team anti-kid.
That kid. I want to know what the follow-up on that kid. Like, he's got to be like the Steve Bartman of like everything besides baseball, where it's like that kid's got to go around growing up his whole life being like, you got
Harambe shot.
Killed. Like, dude, they don't live in Cincinnati. There's no way they can still live in Cincinnati,
dude,
right?
Because if they do, the other kids are going to bully him. Like, the parents will instruct to bully that kid.
Like, I mean, obviously that kid has to be 18 or older, or else, like, I think it's illegal for me to like put hands on him. But like, if that kid was ever like casually like, hey, yeah, I was the kid that fell into the gorilla enclosure back a while back, and in the Cincinnati Zoo, I'm gonna be like, wait, say it again. And when he says it again, I'm just gonna punch him. No other words, just punch him, and then walk off and be like, fuck you, dude. That's it.
I just had a couple more realizations about myself, because thinking about how I'm always Team anti-kid, which is weird because I want kids and I actually do like kids, but I'm definitely going to be the parent that doesn't like anybody's kids except for their own. Like, I'm just going to be like, that kid's fucking annoying. I don't want him around. And then also, I do know for a fact my kids will be funny, because I will have the right level of intellectual and emotional abuse into them, just to make where you develop a sense of humor. Because if your parents are just mean enough, like, you're not actually mean, but you say some snarky shit to fuck with them a little bit. That's how you get comedy, people.
Keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
Keep them on their toes.
You can't be nice to your kids all the time. I don't trust those parents. Oh, Billy, what can I get you? No, fuck that. Just like, no.
You can be tight with your kids, but there's times, you gotta be.
Everyone, like, if you've never pushed your child in public.
As a non-parent, I know how parenting works.
Yeah. Like, your kid comes over just being loud, and you're talking to another adult, and you just move your hand into their face and slide them out of the way. So, like, they remember that as a core memory, that my father pushed me in the face. But what was happening is you were being rude, and I was just like, get away from me. Somebody else is talking.
Right.
But they'll have a great stand-up bit about it one day.
So fuck the Empire State Building. That's a comeback kid, and we're canceling the Empire State Building. It's stupid.
It's a dumbass building.
I'm gonna put my power rankings of buildings in New York, and it will be the last place one.
Is there a good building in New York?
World Trade Center, obviously.
Oh, it's called the Freedom Tower. First of all, respect the name.
One World Trade Center, actually.
Pretty sure it's Freedom Tower.
Well, that's the Freedom Tower at One World Trade Center, either or.
So the name of the building is the Freedom Tower. You're listing the address.
No, it's like
I was right.
The World Trade Center was the Twin Towers. It's the same thing.
Also, Grand Central Terminal, actually super cool. Like, I stepped into that, I was like, all right, this is it wasn't amazing or anything, but like, oh, is that the one that's like the triangle on
it looks like a flat iron? Yeah.
The fuck does a flat iron look like? What the fuck is a flat iron?
An iron.
I don't think a flat iron is a fucking triangle, dude.
Go look at it.
I know. I knew what you were talking about because I knew. No,
like that.
They probably made Flatirons in that when it was first built. It's not called that because it looks like one.
Look,
what other buildings are good in New York City? Like
the new building.
Which one is that? You say it and I can't picture it. Not
Empire
that cool.
State Building.
It's not that cool if I can't picture
Rockefeller Plaza.
Is that a building though? That's a plaza.
Yeah. Well, like the
30 Rock
NBC
I think
building.
Is a building.
Yeah, 30 Rock. 30.
But that's
30
just
Rock.
a building. It's not a cool building.
It looks fucking sick, dude. It's got the big gold thing outside of it, and it's got all like all the shit on top. Radio music or Radio City Music Center or whatever it's called.
Music Hall. That was
hall that they used to have the draft in.
Dude,
that always looks cool.
Dude, the Seinfeld Diner. That's a cool building.
Tom's Restaurant. Yeah.
That's a cool building. That's a cool building.
Where TRL used to be in Times Square. That's cool.
That's the dopest building.
By Bubba Gump.
That's probably number one. It's probably not there anymore.
The Comedy Cellar. That's cool.
See, now it's not the bill. We went off topic. I should have said
cool. I think it's 3 Olives is the restaurant above it. So you go down to the Comedy Cellar, or
it's
you
gotta
go
be the whole building
into the restaurant, and it's like, and then there's people that live above it.
Like Yankee Stadium trash. MSG's dope. Madison Square Garden.
Not as great, but like it's just old.
And I've never been, so I don't know.
It's just old.
Technically, I think the Statue of Liberty is a building. It's got stairs. You can go up inside of it.
The pedestal, yeah, you can go inside. So I would count that. Ellis Island.
That's probably the number one building then. The Statue of Liberty.
Ellis Island's not that chill if you're like.
If you think about it, the Statue of Liberty is probably the number one building in America. Like, name a cooler building than the motherfucking Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, it's like I got a fucking torch in my hand, bitches.
People are like, oh, White House. It's got a bunch of rooms that I don't care for the name of.
Yeah. All right. Empire State Building canceled.
We did enough of that.
We did. We were still on that bit for a while. Next comeback kid is Tom Brady retiring, because we're recording this on February 1st, 2023. On February 1st, 2022, Tom Brady also announced his retirement. So literally a year to the day that he announced he retired, before 40 days later, unretiring, he has done the exact same thing. He says this time it's for good. I would imagine it probably is. I kind of believe it this time. And I think he really regrets coming back.
Yeah, like he might still be married if he didn't come back.
I don't know about that. But
well, I'm saying he might be. I mean, I think from what I had heard, the rift had started before that with the whole Miami Dolphins tampering. He didn't tell her that he was talking to them. But like, he didn't get divorced until after he came back. And then she was throwing all those petty Instagram posts up like, let's go, Tom. And she had never posted it before. You're like, this doesn't look good. But he's probably still married. But it's also Tom Brady, so I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, he's good. He's cool. He'll be fine.
I'm sure he's going to find, he'll probably just marry Margot Robbie.
He's like Leonardo DiCaprio of football.
No, that actually doesn't work at all, because he has been committed for a very long time.
Okay, fine. Whatever, dude.
Like, he was with Bridget Moynihan and they had a kid and that didn't work out, but then he got married, and then it was married for like 15 years. And then didn't know how to let go, and it cost him his marriage. I hope they get back together.
Jay-Z of the NFL, minus Jay-Z not getting divorced after the Lemonade album came out.
Yeah, I hope they get back together. I don't want him to have to only be able to kiss his son on the lips on weekends.
I just hope Tom is happy. That's really what's most important. And that
Tom and Giselle both. I want them to be happy.
I want him to be so happy. I'm happy if they're happy. But yeah, Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowls. He was a 5-time Super Bowl MVP, a 3-time league MVP, most passing yards, most passing touchdowns, just fucking all the records.
Without a doubt, the greatest football player of all time. And I would say it's either him or Gretzky as just the greatest of all time.
Or Jordan.
I think they're actually both over Jordan. Tom Brady made it to the Super Bowl 11 times.
Yeah, I would go.
Gretzky holds every fucking record.
I'd go Brady, Jordan, Gretzky, probably.
No, Gretzky. I still think Gretzky's number one. That's disrespectful to Gretzky. He holds every motherfucking record. Now, some of them will fall coming up, and then he's just going to own 57 of the 60 top records.
Well, I mean, I guess like most dominant and like accolades definitely has to go to Brady, I think. But like Wayne Gretzky, I think was always like Wayne Gretzky was better at his sport than either of the other guys were better at.
That's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to greatness of like them and then the second best player in their sport,
Wayne Gretzky.
There's such a massive gap in hockey between Gretzky and the next guy. And then like Tom is obviously the guy now, but some people could still say Jerry Rice or, you know, they're saying Mahomes, who knows what will happen with him. And then some people say Jordan, some people say LeBron, some people say Bill Rudd. Like basketball, it's different with the eras. Hockey, there's just no fucking doubt.
Well, what was the record that Wayne Gretzky was the fastest person to score 100 goals in like NHL history, and then his second 100 goals would have been like the second or third fastest to 100 goals. And that was just in from goal 100 to goal 200, and it was like he could have been two different players and been insane.
The most obscene stat of all time. So people that don't know, when they say points in hockey, it means goals plus assists. That's your total point total. If you took away every goal Wayne Gretzky ever scored, he's got more points than anybody else still. He has more assists than anybody has of assist points combined. He's the greatest of all time. It's just unfun. Now, there are players now that are better than he ever was. It's how sports evolve. Athletes get better. But he was so far ahead of everybody near him.
So power ranking GOATs. You have to go Gretzky, Brady, Jordan.
You want to make this really hard? Where's Tiger in there? Because a lot of people,
Tiger has a lot because
people will still say Jack has more, but like Tiger was on a level of dominance that was so ridiculously different than anybody else.
I'd put Tiger 4 still.
I would accept that. I would probably put him 3
over Jordan.
But yeah, Jordan Tiger was so dumb. I watched one, and then I watched a bunch more of Charlie Wood's clips today. His son's going to be the coolest fucking golfer of all time.
Yeah, he seems really cool.
Dude, he's like shit talking Justin Thomas in tournaments they're playing together. Like he left him a note in the sand trap. Charlie Woods did for Justin Thomas.
You're not going to talk shit to Tiger Woods' kid.
But also,
you got to just kind of let him get away with it too.
Tiger was so closed off because he was hiding so much. Charlie just gets to go out there and be great and be friends with everybody and have a good fucking time. Now, he's not going to be as great as his dad, but he's probably going to be pretty good. And that's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I agree. I 1000% agree.
I like this one. I feel like we're just talking a shit ton of sports this week. And
We are. Moving on. Our next comeback kid is the BC Boys, because on football, Travis Kelce he took the mic, and then everybody thought he was douchey. I thought Travis Kelce was he's just a bro, dude.
I was going to say the opposite. All I've seen is people gassing up how funny it was, and I thought it was
people
the
were
corniest.
Like, I hate Travis Kelce, but he was like, you gotta fight for your right to party. He was hyping up the crowd, and it's just like a Beastie Boys reference always plays to me. And yeah, dude, like they fought out that win. You can say the refs did whatever, but like, okay. They still won. They're still going, and they're our only hope, honestly, for a not-Eagles championship. So, let's go Chiefs.
I think. Can we talk about how the Eagles have just had the softest run ever? Like they had, like, no offense to your team, the Giants, but you were what you were this year.
They're rebuilding.
You overachieved this year to make it there.
Team.
Then they get to play the 49ers, who they were already facing a rookie quarterback who immediately gets hurt. So then, basically, for 3.5 out of the 4 quarters of the game, they play a team that literally cannot throw the football. And now, even though they're facing the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, you get to face a not healthy Patrick Mahomes who can't move on his ankle.
And receivers that are injured.
And they're still going to lose. But they're going to get they're on the softest fucking run. It's crazy. I kind of do too, which means I'm actually thinking about betting heavy on the Chiefs because I'm like, I don't know shit. Actually, I have known. I've been very well this year, but right now my brain is going Chiefs.
I don't want them to win.
I mean, you can't. You can't bet the Chiefs. You
the
can't.
Eagles did not win.
You might be able to bet the Chiefs. You can't pick you can't bet the Eagles, but you can pick them.
Jinx bet. I can jinx bet anything.
Well, no, you can pick them to try and jinx it. You can't actually put money on the Eagles as a Giants fan. You can't do that.
Do I curse?
Do you believe? Hold on. Do you believe in your abilities?
I absolutely believe in my abilities.
Then you have to curse them. What are you talking about? If you believe that your curse is real and the team you hate the most is in the Super Bowl and you don't curse them, you're a piece of shit fan.
I would say second most hate, but I think it's like most A and B. It fluctuates.
Cowboys, yeah.
But still,
that makes sense.
I guess maybe that's all tease for next week's pod. Maybe I'll curse them on next week's pod. Undefeated on curses.
I'm just saying, now that we're bringing it up, if you believe in your abilities and you don't curse them,
I mean,
that's inexcusable to me.
I single-handedly derailed Kyler Murray's career.
Okay.
Did you how fucking nails was I on that?
So why wouldn't you just put the curse on right fucking now, knowing that?
Because we're trying to promote for next week too. All right?
Okay, but if we get through next week and you don't curse them,
maybe I curse them the day before the Super Bowl live at the 500th episode. Maybe I do that.
Okay, I will be. Notifications are on, buddy.
Little teaser for you right there.
I'm waiting for it.
So Beastie Boys back, fight for your right to party. Sick. Also
Travis Kelce, you're corny as shit, but I still love you.
But it's so cool. I like him with his brother. Also back this week, Groundhogs, because it's Groundhog Day. As we're recording this tomorrow, which means I found out that there are odds so you can bet on the groundhog. And Pat, we're running at will the groundhog see his shadow plus 225 for yes, minus 365 for no. If you do not know what that means to win $100 on top of what you put down. You would have to put down $365 if you were saying that he will not see his shadow. So obviously he is favored to not see his shadow, and you would win $225 on top of $100 if you put down $100 on yes, he will see his shadow. Now let's run the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. So going back, starting last year, he saw his shadow, no, saw, no, saw, no. So I'm saying saw, no. The last 2 years he saw his shadow. I'm thinking we go no.
Who knows whether or not they see? Well, no. Yes is the favorite.
No is minus 365. Yes is plus 225.
I'm looking at it right now and I have yes minus 270 and no plus 180. Where are you looking?
Pinlive.com. Are you on?
I'm on the one that starts with B.
Okay. Yeah, we no free ads.
Yeah, that's why. So even the sites, dude, they're literally random fucking numbers that they're throwing up there.
Dude, I'm betting no. Then.
I got plus odds on no right here.
Fuck yeah, dude! It's gone every other 2. He sees it for 2 years, then he doesn't. That's just science right there. It's foolproof. There's no way we'll lose this bet. I'm betting on a fucking groundhog right now. Hold on,
dude. I love blind bets.
Well, I just put stats into it.
Pat. Actually, you know what I call this? I call it just a respect bet. I respect you. I'm riding with you, buddy.
I mean, I just gave you the data. Right there. We should do a Gravy Gambles show just on Groundhog Day. Like just for that. Like, all right, and we're breaking down the Groundhog Puxatawny Phil. Which thoughts, Pat? I don't know. It seems like a shadowy day to me.
I don't even. Who decides if he is it just does a shadow appear? How does this even work?
Yeah,
who knows
like
if he sees his shadow?
I think you have to be able to photograph it, right? Did you just search groundhog on that site?
Yes.
Okay.
And it popped up. Will Puxatawny Phil see his? So maybe just just search Phil.
It.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't. It's so ridiculous. It's so fucking. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Done. $50 on no.
Dudes rock.
$50 on no.
Oh, it's so fucking stupid. I love it.
Hey, I could turn 50 into 90. That's how we build our bankroll, kids. Always bet responsibly, everybody. Always bet responsibly.
What do you mean 50 into 90? Wait, did you bet the other place and not the plus 180 that I gave you?
I did bet plus 180. Hold on. Damn it.
50 would not be 90. What are you talking about?
Maybe I just hit 5, whatever I fucking hit. I've already placed the 50 though. I'm just doing it again to see what the payout was.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to plug in right now. Just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, sorry. I would 50 to win 90.
Yeah.
I was thinking
I don't think I was that far off.
I was thinking payout 90. Payout would so
For
technically
win.
the payout's 140. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
To win 90.
So many people are listening right now. Like, you
Not knowing what we're
fucking
talking
degenerates. Nobody gives a shit about this.
Well, now if you're listening before the Groundhog Day thing, you're gonna be like, damn. And if you did it, and if you're listening after the Groundhog, you're gonna be like, those sons of bitches, they got it. They got
Nailed it.
For however long I just ran through that, which wasn't very long, but like it was yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. We've had 2 yeses in a row, so now no is the one. And we had real odds, and so I'm terribly sorry for going with wrong odds before. But I'm glad I got a little interest in it now. Groundhog Day. It just makes me think more of a Bill Murray movie than an actual groundhog.
Touche. Never a bad time to think of BFM.
Very true.
He's the man.
Final comeback kid we got this week is Dodo Birds. You guys know that we're big Dodo Bird fans on this show. I was able to find an old clip of us talking about how Dodo Birds were the people that would bring you the gun to shoot themselves. And that's why they're extinct. And then I learned a fun fact about Dodo Birds. I thought Dodo Birds went extinct while we were alive. The last dodo was killed in 1681.
Oh yeah, no, it was a long. They were just the dumbest birds, so they were literally just killing them to get them out of the way as they were like settling.
They were used like people would eat them.
Well, of course you're not going to kill it and just leave it there unless you're a settler and we're talking about the buffalo. But for birds, like yeah, you kill it because weren't they like islands and shit or something? Wherever
yeah,
they were?
It was like what's it? Where was Dart? Was it Galapagos?
I don't think it was.
He went to. But he like his people had like recorded like seeing them. I just didn't realize they had been gone that long. But this company that's it's like a biotech company that was the same company a couple of years ago that said they were trying to bring back woolly mammoths, which is
I didn't realize this was the same company.
You're just right, which they didn't go through with, which is smart because like Jurassic Park, right? Dodo birds, what's the worst that could happen? You know, it's like these are dumb birds. Like they're not gonna really fuck shit up, are they?
No, they're stupid. That's why I definitely want them back. I was gonna say before you even said it was the same company. There's only 2 things I'm interested in bringing back: dodos and woolly mammoths, just because it's cool.
Woolly mammoth, that'd be cool to see.
Yeah, but like, we'll put them in a zoo. We'll treat them like shit, like we do all the other animals. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, okay.
Hey, he's lucky to be alive, man. We brought him back, okay? But or imagine like if we just turned it, like if the U.S. Army took over the cloning and like we just started turning them into like fucking battle warriors,
like on Jurassic Park, what they did with the dinosaurs. Yeah.
Well, I mean, woolly mammoths. Why not?
They definitely.
But dodos, yeah. I just want to see these dumbass birds.
Just give us a couple of them. They seem fun.
Yeah.
They seem fun.
We have apparently
like
a bunch
Pokemon,
of
was it
pigs? Pigs were killing them. Apparently back in the day.
Like they were just getting killed. No, remember they would go to the camps and they would give you the trigger to shoot them. Here, start kicking the trigger at it.
Yeah, they were done. I mean, they went extinct because we killed them, but also they couldn't defend themselves in any sort of way. So
yeah, they were bad. They were just
probably weren't going to make it.
Making a comeback. You know what also could make a comeback is a good smell in your car, and that's gonna happen when you get little air fresheners. Nothing worse than a smelly car. Like you start your day with your car, when you get in your car and it smells like shit, like that is nothing worse. Nothing worse than getting into a stinky car, and nothing worse than like you had a tough day at work, you're just ready to go home and chill. You open that car door, you're just, oh fuck, this fucking smells. Like maybe it's mildewy. Maybe you spilled something that just smells terrible there later. Just like even after fast food, like stale fast food smell. You took home fast food the night before. Like it's nice to just not have that lingering thing, because then you're also like, maybe I'm hungry. Maybe it just like it makes me not interested in what I had for dinner last night. But still, Little M air freshener is going to prevent any of that. You can also, our little life hack we always tell you is you throw them in the bottom of your trash can before you put the bag in. So when you got like stinky trash, you pull that bad boy out. It makes the smell stay better. It doesn't smell like the bottom of your trash can has whatever dripped into it. It smells like a Little M air freshener. You got anything trying to cover up the smells of, grab a Little M air freshener. They're cheap. Go load up on those bad boys. They're awesome. They're way better than those baby back bitch little fucking green trees.
They're inexpensive.
They're
not cheap. They're inexpensive.
They're cheap. Yeah, they're not expensive.
Branding, bro.
Affordable.
Branding.
Affordable is what.
There you go.
Affordable, economical, and what is it? Sustainably made is what the word is. Everybody's saying it's sustainably made.
Are they?
With that.
Do you know that?
Sure.
Don't let the hippies get mad at you.
And they're probably sustainably made. There, legally, you can't come after me.
Hey,
I said probably.
I know I've held them in my hand. There's no way that thing doesn't biodegrade.
They're sustained smell made. So sustainably.
There you go.
When we're talking about smell specifically, sustainably made. So yeah, you can. They evaporate. They evaporate if you light them on fire. Sort of. That's sustainable. But you'll sustain a lot of smells with a Little M air freshener.
There you go.
LittleMshop.com. LittleEMshop.com. Use our promo code PTG69 for 10% off of your order when you go to LittleMshop.com. LittleEMshop.com, the official sponsor of this week's What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right, the What Would Jesus Do segment, we'll bring back for one final time. We told you to throw Jesus in a situation he might find himself in any given time. And all you got to do is hit us up, use the hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassGrayPod, throw him in a modern day situation, and we'll answer what he would do, unlike the WWJD bracelets that just continuously ask the questions. So hashtag PTGWWJD @PassGrayPod to send those. Although this is the last one we've done. We're ending the segment, and unless anyone wanted to keep sending in some. But this final segment of What Would Jesus Do is from our submission this week. It's from Raymundo Benavides @KMundoB on Twitter. And Raymundo says, if Jesus had a video game, what kind of game would it be? Would it be first-person shooter, story-based, driven, or driving, or multiple player, etc.? What kind of video game would JC come up with?
Well, it's not going to be a shooter. Don't remember any stories in the Bible about Jesus just popping off rounds. I'm kind of picturing maybe like a LA Noire type game where it's just narrative driven and you're just kind of going through and then making like, it gives you like multiple options and you're just kind of selecting. So like, you're not even really controlling the game so much. You're just kind of controlling dialogue and it moves you through the game. Maybe something like that. Maybe it's just like a simulator. Like, you know how there's G.O.A.T simulator and tractor simulator. Maybe it's just like, oh, you just load in as Jesus and you walk around town and see how your day goes.
I thought right away, that was a pretty easy answer. It's Passion of the Christ, the game.
But what's the game? Like, what are you doing?
Jesus. You're saving everybody from their sins. And it's
like, but
you're not win, but you do win. Not winning is winning. So you just gotta, like, the goal of you, for me, would be like what would make the game difficult for me is like, you have to be Jesus and you have to get like backstabbed and not fucking kill everybody in the game.
You're just like, you're just saying you're just things. Like, you're not describing gameplay mechanics. So
it's like, it's a RPG type game. You walk around. Was it Fable for Xbox? Remember that? Like, you'd walk around, you can heal lepers, you can heal the blind. You know, you can turn things, like you can just turn things into wine. You can do all kinds of stuff like that. You can walk across water, and then you get backstabbed and you have to learn about forgiveness and you have to learn about faith. And then you, like, no matter what you do, you can do all the right things, but you end up dying anyways because you get crucified.
I think I just figured it out. What it would be is a reskin of Among Us. and it's just one of you is Jesus, and then there's 12 other people in the room, and you don't know which one is Judas, but one of them is trying to kill you.
Yep.
You just reskin Among Us, and there's a Jesus and a Judas. That could be it.
I don't hate that.
What do you think, Robert?
I think that it's like a Legend of Zelda style game, but instead of going to dungeons, you're going to like temples, and you're collecting
churches, maybe.
Yeah, or churches. You're collecting pieces of the cross.
Ooh, and then you have to get killed on it.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah, no, it could be like Zelda, but you're just you're going from town to town performing the different miracles that Jesus performs.
Mm-hmm. The boss fights are the sins. You're trying to beat a sin, like the 7 deadly sins. Those are the bosses.
Yeah. Sloth, lust. What if the game was just like called Last Supper, and it was just you had to be the person that got all the food for the Last Supper? Like, where am I gonna find a loaf of bread? You have to run around like Bethlehem to fucking find all the shit. Very simple,
what if it was like a waiter simulator, and you were the waiter at the Last Supper? So like they're ordering, they're all taking forever. Nobody's ready to order at the right time.
Separate.
You bring the food out. You're sitting there and you're like, why are they taking our biggest table and they're only sitting on one side? So you're just the waiter at that place, and you're bitching to your coworkers the whole time about the table.
Yeah, I like that. Why are they washing people's feet in our fucking restaurant? Come on.
Who does this guy think he is?
What is going on here? Yeah. I know there's some good games. I'd play all of those.
Or maybe you're the leper that Jesus healed, or the blind man. And I think the blind man would be better. It just starts out with Jesus waving his hand over your face. So like Jesus is in it. It's not really his video game though. So I'm getting a little loose with the premise here. But Jesus, like the opening scene is like Jesus' hand just waves over your eyes, and all of a sudden you can see. But then, so you go off your own way, but then you start to realize Jesus gave you more powers. It wasn't just like you started getting powers.
Superhero.
You're just going around Jerusalem fighting crime. That would be a dope game.
That would be wild. I like that.
Yeah.
Those are all great games.
And you call the game, Now I See. Boom.
And scene. Perfect. Those are all great games.
God damn it. Why am I not in marketing?
We should be game developers, really. That's what we should be. All right, let's move on to the Not Cool segment. And the Not Cool segment this week is brought to you by Papa fucking John's. Papa John's, my favorite pizza. Everybody else's favorite pizza too. Have you tried their new crispy parm pizza, huh? Yeah, it's got Parmesan and Romano cheeses baked like right under the bottom of the crust. It's not just the regular like bread like you'd get on the bottom of a pizza. It's fucking dope. They get the epic stuffed crust pizza. You can get the Papa pairings where you get 2 of either the papadillas, you can get the cheese sticks, you can get the brownie bites, you can get a medium 2-topping pizza with it, you can get the chicken wings, you can get 2 of any of those for $6.99. Pretty fucking awesome. I like the Papa bites. I always tell you, make a full meal out of it. You can get the chicken parm, you can get the jalapeno, and you can get the Oreo ones. I say always open up with the Oreos as the you open up with the jalapenos as the appetizer, then you go to the chicken parm for your main course. Wrap that bad boy up with a little Oreo Papa bite, $4.99 each. Fucking like $15. You'll be having a full meal right there. Pretty fucking awesome. And yeah, you get any large 3-topping pizza for $13.99. You can also get 2 medium 2-topping pizzas and garlic knots for just $24. All kinds of awesome deals. Head over to papajohns.com. Papa John's, best pizza in the world. My favorite pizza, your favorite pizza, everyone's favorite pizza, and the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. All right. We're gonna start with some listeners submitted not cools. If you have a not cool happen to you throughout the week, just anything that makes you say, hey man, that's not cool. Hit us up on Twitter at @PassTheGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. That's how we will find them. We're gonna pick some of the best ones you guys have submitted each week and run through those, and then we'll tell you guys some things in our life that have happened that are not cool. So our first listener viewer submitted one is from Quentin Hughes at Q the Ace on Twitter. Quentin, runaway favorite right now for Rookie of the Year at the Gravies Awards. I'm just saying. I know it's just February, but looking good. Quentin says trying to sell something on Facebook Marketplaces is not cool. He says 9 out of 10 times it's a scam or some bot that wastes my time. I've seen interactions people have posted where it's just like they just don't answer back or other shit happens. And I think like Facebook Market is like, I've never personally used it. But it just seems like Craigslist kind of. And like Craigslist was sketchy. You ever deal with shit on Craigslist? Like all the time you just get ghosted or like when you're shopping shit like that, like if you're looking for like a dresser, I think you just message everybody that has a dresser on sale that you want. You just hope that somebody gets back to you. So they're casting a wide net. And then like a lot of those people I think just don't get back to people because they're like, well, I already got what I wanted from someone else.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 for the 2 times I've used it.
The scammers. Then there's like what is like the Zelle scam where they're like, oh, you need to send me this money or whatever, and then like, okay, actually I sent you too much, can you send me this? And then you send, like, I don't know, I know there was some sort of scam going around, but don't do that.
I mean,
cards. I know that
the only 2 times I ever used it, one I was trying to buy an Xbox, and as I was on the way to the guy, he was like, wait, which post did you reply to? Did you want the one that was a terabyte or the 500 gig? And I was like, all right, fuck you, dude. Because obviously he had
this other one.
Oh, no, I don't know.
We sold it as
fuck it was. But I was like, I want it. He was like, I only have the other one. And I was like, okay, fuck you. And then the other time, I just needed somebody to fix my dryer, and the dude was in my neighborhood, and he's great. He just fixes dryers out of his garage. He's a good guy. So yeah, it's like buyer beware on those things, man. You never fucking know.
Just like Craigslist. Next one is from Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix on Twitter. And Ashley says, her not cool is having to pay property taxes and paid to get my AC fixed in my car all in the same week. Out a lot of money. And then if you pay rent, you have to pay rent also this week. So that does suck. But you don't have to pay property taxes. It's not an Olympic year.
Yeah. So you just cost yourself money you didn't need to spend.
Yeah, that's next year. Push that shit back, yo.
Push it.
You don't have to pay taxes except for Olympic years. Just remember that. Tax day is what? March 5th? Yep.
No, isn't it like April 15th?
No, it's March 5th.
Pretty sure it's April 15th.
Maybe there's 2. But we don't have to celebrate tax day this year because we don't have to pay taxes this year because it's not Olympic.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys.
You're good, Ashley. So maybe it's a little bit more cool than you thought, huh? Spin zone on that one. Pat, do you wanna start us off with your not cool?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go. It was just last week I had a night where I just got really fucked up, and then I woke up in the morning, and it wasn't even like I didn't have to wake up in the morning. I didn't have to go in until later in the day. But I still just my body woke up at 9:30 and wouldn't go back to sleep until like 11:45. So then I got like a 45-minute nap before I got to go to work. But then on top of all that, just bullshit sleep schedule stuff, I slept wrong. So my neck was sore the whole day.
Yeah. That just will fucking ruin your day when you're like, oh, it hurts.
Like,
when you're driving to try and change lanes, nope, don't like that.
When you wake up early, you're like, sweet, I can just go back to sleep, and your neck hurts, so you can't get comfortable. Your brain also just woke itself up, so it won't go back to sleep. You're just aware your neck hurts the whole time. It fucking blew. That sucked a lot.
What you got to do is you have feather pillows. You feather pillows.
Yeah, I don't have that. I buy a new one from Walmart like once every
I have like some
year.
Feather pillows, so you kind of squish it and you put some back on your neck. You sleep on your back. It kind of like gives you a little bit of relief.
Oh no, I can't sleep on my back. I have to sleep on my side.
Yeah, you just got to make yourself do it.
Yeah, no, I literally can't, because then I won't be able to breathe and I'll snore super loud and I won't sleep if I sleep on my back.
Fine.
It cuts off the air passages.
Well, it helps your neck too. So protect your neck, as the Wu-Tang Clan.
Protect your neck.
Protect your neck. All right. My not cool. I had a couple. I guess sleep related. One of them is, it's probably not just sleep related, but like last week, 3 nights in the week, and it was like 3 out of 4 nights. I was woken up in the middle of the night because like my calf would just cramp up. And
that's the worst.
What am I doing? And like you're like dead asleep and just why? And like you just gotta kind of like just lay there and just
dude. That initial thought as it's cramping, and you sit there and you go, okay, if I move my foot one way, it'll stretch out the cramp and make it feel better. If I move it the other way, it's gonna hurt a whole lot more.
You always pick the wrong one.
But you don't know which way it's gonna be, so you just guess, and it hurts so bad.
But you always pick the wrong one, and like I don't know if it's there's like it's got to be not just me, but every time I get a cramp anywhere, like when it just like lasts, you're just like, is this gonna be like this forever? It's just gonna be like this forever. It's never gonna go away, and it's like that's always a thought in my head. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do if it doesn't ever go away? I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die. It's just gonna hurt forever. And I'm gonna be in constant pain, and then it goes away. And you're like, okay, wow, why did I think it was never gonna go away? But
yeah, like, I don't think it's gonna last forever.
There's a second where I'm always like, this is gonna last forever, isn't it? And this is gonna be
you just have a dumb brain.
That'd be a great way to just torture somebody. Just if you could constantly make them have a cramp in like their leg or their foot or anything like that. But like 3 out of 4 or 2, 3 out of 4 nights having fucking cramps was fucking like just like the same spot in my calf. And then I have like the massage gun, and I would work on that bad boy. I think I was just dehydrated maybe, so I was crushing some water. But then I crushed a bunch of water one day, and it still happened. It was good for one day, and then it was nope, we're right back.
If you had the ability to just give people cramps, you could be the world's greatest supervillain. And I mean that in the way of that
you beat anybody.
I'm not saying you're going up against Superman, Batman, shit like that. No, you wouldn't do that. And you're not going to monetarily benefit from this unless you're betting on sports and like a guy's going up for a layup and you're like cramp. But like you could just walk down New York or walk through New York City every day and just walk by people and be like calf cramp, butt cramp, shoulder cramp.
Yeah.
And you're just walking by and people are cramping in serious pain, but you're in a crowd of 400 fucking people. So no one will ever know it's you. And you can just constantly ruin people's days. That would make you the greatest supervillain on the planet.
Anybody in line in front of you that like is a long line, you're just like, and you're like, oh, I'm also cramping, but you're not, and you just pass in the line and go on in.
It's just, God, that would be the meanest superpower in the world to have.
It would be a good one.
Oh, it'd be a great one if you're a piece of shit.
Like you don't need a gun ever, just cramp. Or they
also,
go down. You can make you can make as much of them cramp as you want. All of your legs and arms are cramping. Go, and you're just like, nope, you can't do shit.
Can you imagine having that power and you just use it to fuck with your buddies? Like you guys go out bowling,
what are you gonna do, Superman?
And he brings the ball back and he's about to throw it, and you just go shoulder cramp, and he goes and throws it like 4 lanes over.
That'd be the best Spider-Man villain. He's trying to fucking do webs across town, and you're just like cramped arms, and he just falls. Dead Spider-Man.
I'm just thinking of all of the ways that I could fuck my friends over.
That would be a good supervillain power.
Like you're playing video games even. You're not even in the same room together. And your buddy's doing some shit that pisses you off, and you just go hand cramp. You can't play. That would be fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Cramp man.
Having leg like the same part of my calf cramp up 3 times in 4 nights was fucking wild. That was not cool. And then my other not cool was related to my apartment. It's now since been fixed, but for the last month maybe, I don't know what it's called, but like you have your shower. Like I have the shower that's also like you could have a bath with it. You could take a bath in it, so it's like got the curtain and everything. I don't know what that's called, but it's like the dual shower kind of thing. Shower bath combo, whatever. You have the faucet, and then you have the little thing you pull on the faucet to make it go to the shower head. That's where it turns all the water. So like I had the little pull thing that switches it from bath to shower. That was like I was kind of having to like yank it a little bit more as it was going on, and then it was like you'd have to pull more. You have to pull harder to get it up and push down. And then the other morning I got up and was getting ready to take a shower to go to work, and like I was pulling on it as hard as I fucking could, and like I was about to bust, dude. I was about to bust. But I was pulling on it as hard as I could. It would just not move up, and so I ended up having to shower in our other shower, which wasn't a big deal. But it's just like that was a fucking like, you're like, come on, man, you can't be stuck when like this is your one job. Your one job is to switch. How are you stuck here? And then I did the normal thing in an apartment and was like, hey, maintenance, fix it, and they did. So that was good, but that just really sucked trying to go and take a shower in the morning. It's like, nope, just baths for you in this one.
That sucks. I'm sorry, buddy.
Thanks, man. Robert, what about you?
I see that we have a lot of pain ones here. Like you had your cramp. My shoulder has been really bothering me. I slept on that weird too. And I was like filming something before the podcast, and so I was holding the camera up like this for, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. And afterwards, like put it down, like, that feels really strange.
Yeah, I couldn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Tell you right now, I could not hold something up for 30 minutes straight.
Yeah, just like that in that position. Also, this is a strange one, but I hate strings.
You don't like strings?
I don't like strings. I always put them like in the sweater because like let's say I'm washing my hands or something, they always fall into the sink and get wet and stuff.
I kind of feel you on this, dude. Like
I always put them in.
Maybe up north they're necessary for like, because some people put the hoodie on and you need to close it around your face because there's so much snow. Don't need that in Texas. Just give me stringless hoodies. Because once they're in, you're like, okay, they have to be in. And then you do laundry the first time and you forget to tie them off. And then the string is just out. And you're like, well, what the?
Or I gotta like figure out how to put this all back the way up. And then like you gotta like adjust them. And it's like, oh, this one goes all the way down the shirt. And this one's all the way up at the top.
And then like later you're like, oh, wait, this string is way faded from when I first bought it. And you're like, oh, it just doesn't need to be there. I don't need a string on my hoodie. You know what the hoodie needs to do? Go over my head. End of usefulness. That's all
sweatshirts, bro. Bring sweatshirts back.
Well, I want to do that. No. I like a hoodie though, because sometimes your ears and head do get cold. I don't need to tighten this bitch around my face. I just need it to go over the head. I feel like it's not asking a lot.
My favorite cold weather move now is like light jacket and then sweatshirt on under it. You don't have to wear the hoodie because you can really only go like hoodie and then jacket. You can't. I guess you can.
I'm big vest guy now. I'm big time vest guy.
I like a little sweatshirt and then a light jacket over it. It's like a little layer coverage.
Bro, long sleeve shirt with the vest, you're good.
That's true.
And you look classy. Dude, yesterday I was wearing, so they were like khaki colored pants, a red what do you call it? A plaid shirt, and then a vest, and I looked like the Brawny Man. If the Brawny Man was fat and balding, but
right,
it was like I had the uniform down, dude.
It's pretty solid. So there's some solid not cools, gang.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to submit yours, hashtag PTG not cool to @PatsGravyPod on Twitter, and we'll pick some of the best ones each week. All right, let's wrap this bad boy up with our final segment of the week, the answers segment, where we encourage you to ask us any questions at all. You want relationship advice? You need help in any aspect of your life. You want some parenting advice, medical advice. We got it all. You know, if you got a high thought, an idea, a business pitch you want to run by the boys, whatever. And we also enjoy power rankings. Give us 5 things to power rank. We'll pick those best ones, and we will do our power rankings for you because we are addicted to fucking power rankings. The answer segment this week is brought to you by Southern Star Brewing Company, our favorite beer, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy Podcast. And we have a live event coming up next weekend at Kobo's, but then also March 18th, Saturday, March 18th, the day after St. Patty's Day. We're going to keep that party rolling at Southern Star Brewing Company, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. It's our Darlin' Like a Marlin 3 beer release. The return of the Marlin is what I think we're going to go with that. Darlin' Like a Marlin 3, return of the Marlin. I need to find a way to like get somebody to Photoshop like the Return of the Jedi, but it's us. And then instead of like Darth Vader, it's just going to be the can of beer. I'll figure something out like that, but that'll be pretty great. But yeah, our Darlin' Like a Marlin 3 Return of the Marlin beer release. It's an IPA. We've always had a sour. We had the blackberry sour with Darling Like a Marlin 1. Darling Like a Marlin 2 Electric Boogaloo was the mango sour last year. And this year we're getting a Darling Like a Marlin 3 Return of the Marlin IPA. That's going to be awesome. It's also Southern Star's anniversary party. I believe it's their 15th anniversary. So they're going to have a fun little party there. We're going to do a live podcast up there as well, like we're going to do next weekend too. We're going to do a live podcast up at Southern Star. We're going to be drinking a ton of our own beer and just hanging out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure if there's going to be music or whatever, but I'm sure we're going to find some sort of whatever. And even if there's not music, there's fucking Southern Star. It's the best brewery on the planet. My favorite, your favorite, everyone's favorite. Nothing bad about a Southern Star ever. If you're drinking a Southern Star, at Southern Star BC and at Southern Star Brewing Co. on Twitter and Instagram, tag them, tag us, let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. And I'm telling you, Southern Star, you're never gonna go wrong. There's not a beer like there's something for everybody at Southern Star. You want a little mimosa, maybe get the Southern Brunch. That shit's dope. It's like a mimosa in a can. You got IPAs, they got plenty of IPAs. Even if you're not an IPA guy or gal, I wasn't an IPA guy or gal, and then I tried Southern Star and I was like, I'm a Southern Star guy. You know, maybe you're not an IPA guy, you're a Southern Star guy. That's what you are. We're Southern Star guys, and you're going to be a Southern Star guy or gal too. If you go up to the brewery, again, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe, we got a PTG flag hanging in the tap room. Tell them you're part of the Gravy Gang. They'll take care of you. And let them know the Gravy Gang is what you're a part of. We sent you. Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast and the answer segment. And don't forget, Darling Like a Marlin 3, Return of the Marlin beer release, live podcast as well, Saturday, March 18th at Southern Star Brewing Company. Mark your calendars. I think we're going to go on about 1 that day as well.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question. It's like, what was the answers.
Any questions?
All right. If you would like to submit an answers question, all you do is hit us up on Twitter at PassGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. You can also email them to us, although Twitter is A1. Twitter gets seen 100% of the time. Email, we check that sometimes. So if you want a question asked, most likely you're going to have to hit us up on the Twitter at PassGradePod, hashtag PTG Answers to our Twitter. And then make sure you attach the hashtag so we can search for that. You can also email them to us, answers@passthegradepod.com, or go to the website, passthegradepod.com, click contact us, and then we can get the emails that way as well. But our first question this week comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester. At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. And Skylar says, what is something that is trendy today that will be nostalgic in 10 years?
You think I fucking know what's trendy today?
I don't know.
Dude, I've been 65 years old since I was like 14 years old. Like, I don't know what's fucking trendy. I saw a thing the other day that like a woman put out a video where her daughter was talking about how checkered Vans were trendy. And she was like, yeah, it's the new thing. She's like, these aren't new. And she's like, yeah, they just came out. I don't know. I didn't know Vans were trendy when they were fucking trendy. We've done a full 20-year cycle at this point. I still don't know.
I just remember when Skylar tweeted this to us, Adam the Cop at Adam the Cop TX on Twitter responded to him, and he said, "Hey dudes," which are like those slip-on shoes.
Never heard of
like cloth. They're I could see that. That's kind of like a thing that's going on right now. I have some. I walk the dog with them. They're pretty chill.
I love that the first thing you had that was trendy right away. I was like, don't know, which is backed up my.
I wrote down. I tried to think outside the box because I couldn't really think of like just trends, but I said I did a little work, but I wrote fast food getting messed up because I think that like everything is going to just be on like a kiosk with robots eventually, and that seems like you're just phasing out like fast food employees in a lot of ways.
Robots will fuck up though.
But I think they're gonna fuck up a lot less. So like you're just not gonna be like, damn it, and like we're gonna miss like, man, I ordered no pickles. This is all pickles. Like you're gonna be like, that. Remember when like people just fuck?
Who's gonna miss? Nobody's gonna miss that. Nobody's gonna miss having an incorrect order.
You're gonna miss getting to bitch about it.
Now, you know what you might miss out of that is when they fully put the robots in. Maybe you don't get that one onion ring in your Burger King fries anymore.
So
that would be nostalgic.
But you don't get the Karen out on the because you can't Karen out on a robot. You get to yell and take out your anger on somebody, and so there's gonna be a lot of like Karens that are like, I miss getting to yell at fast food employees.
I wouldn't say that's necessarily trendy though.
Yelling at fast food employees? Yeah, that's pretty trendy. There's like a viral video of it like every day.
I wouldn't say that's trendy though. It's just a dickhead move. Like a trendy is something it's trendy because it's good and people like it and it's the current style. Everyone hates a Karen except for other Karens.
I also put leaving bad reviews is going to be a thing that we're nostalgic about, because I think eventually like all reviews are just going to be bad.
You're outside of your fucking mind if you think that's going to stop. If you think it's going to stop, the only ones
that people post are bad ones, so like that's going to be 100% of it. So you're just not going to it's not going to hold any water.
No. See, here's the thing: it's not like a lot of people do post really good. Like I have my email linked into the business one at the restaurant, so every review that comes in on Google I see, and a lot of them are really good. Now you will see a lot of the people that leave bad reviews do only leave bad reviews, and you're like, well, you're just making our restaurant look bad because you're a fucking piece of shit. Most people will leave, either good reviews or semi-good reviews and just make it wasn't my favorite. Most people don't go bad. That's not going away. People bitching into the void is never gonna fucking go away.
God bless you if you're the person that does like go and like, I had a great experience at this, because like I am always just like, I had a good time. I don't know.
Like I gotta say, I don't
rave about it. But if you want to go rave about it and leave a good review, just go leave us a great iTunes review. That'd be awesome. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to this, or go and comment 5 stars on the podcast on YouTube. Go comment that. Go do both, please.
It's weird. Like I've always kind of made fun of people that like are the people that are like Yelp reviewers and review everything. But at a certain level, it's like those are the only people who I kind of will. If they're reviewing everything, and out of nowhere, like they just get like, this was just really bad service, it's fucking awful, which I don't leave negative reviews. It's just shitty thing to do. I understand you're mad, you're angry. Don't fucking go back there. Never give them your business again. But like if somebody like that did it, it's kind of like, okay, then that one must have been really bad. And also, there's off nights if they go multiple times and have bad. But people that only
Steamtown Mall,
when they only review, would be like, oh, okay, you've been on Yelp for 9 years. You've got 6 reviews. One's a restaurant, one's a tire place, one does transmissions, and it's all just like, I had a bad time and I want to leave you a bad thing. Like, well, maybe you're just a fucking piece of shit. You ever consider that?
Like on Twitter when somebody like
you've never had a good experience that you wanted to share on Twitter. You never went to a business and went, oh, that was phenomenal. You know what? I'm going to give you a good review because that'll help you and I enjoy your business. It's the only time you ever do anything is, I want attention on me because I had a bad time. You're a piece of shit. Actually, I'll go back to the original. If you online review places, I know it's necessary, and I shouldn't say this working in the restaurant industry because we need good reviews. If you review things, you're a fucking asshole.
But it's like
professional or otherwise. Professional,
it's like on Twitter
critics,
though, when
you're
you
a
see
fucking douchebag too.
But like when people give you shit on Twitter and then you go look at their thing and it's like all you do is just bitch at everybody else too. So like, okay, never mind. Like I'm not gonna spend time arguing.
You have no idea how many times I'll see a review come in and I just wanna comment underneath them and just roast the shit out of them. Big ma'am, you walked in and had a cunt face. I remember you walking in the restaurant, you had a cunt face on.
No one likes
and you weren't gonna have a good time. You walked in immediately. You yelled at our host before you sat down. What the fuck do you want us to do?
Yeah, you started hot.
Go to Arby's.
It's not gonna go great. Not gonna go great doing that. All right. Next. So I guess I don't know. I don't know if we answered that question. Robert, what do you think will be nostalgic in 10 years? It's hot right now.
I think music. Music could be one. Maybe
like in general.
Of course.
Yeah, in general. I think maybe people like.
It depends.
Driving, maybe, like if we do get more like self-driving cars.
Oh, that's not going anywhere in 10 years though.
10 years, that's a long time.
If you wanted to say in 110 years people wouldn't be driving, I could believe it. But you got to understand, people hold on to cars for 15, 20 years.
I think people will be driving less though.
The rich ones, the really rich people that can afford all those self-driving things. But for the regular citizen, most of us are still going to be sitting I-10 traffic and 45 traffic in 10 years.
Yeah, what about living on Earth? This will be like, I miss Earth. I'm on Mars now.
We're not going to be anywhere else in 10 years. Not the average person.
Maybe.
We might have an outpost.
Maybe, dude.
Bro, we don't even fund. Like, we really don't fund space anything anymore. Trump created the Space Force, but is anything actually happening with that? Or just like, did 9 people get a new job? That doesn't do anything.
TV show.
Like, do we still even send rockets into space with people in them? Like, yeah, we'll send 1 or 2 here or there, but half the time, aren't we just sending other astronauts that need to go up from other countries to the ISS? I don't even know. We don't fund that shit. We gave up on space travel. We're like,
that's fucking space's problem.
We reached the next close one. We're fucking done.
So I don't think we really answered that, but music. We'll go with Robert's answer. Music is going to be something. Nobody's going to ever listen to music in 10 years.
Well, I think he meant certain genres.
I know, but I like the idea that it's just all
people.
music.
Robert is like, dude, people are in 10 years gonna be like, dude, you remember mumble rap? How sick was that? And everyone's gonna be like, no, fucking die. No, it wasn't. No, that sucked. Remember Florida Georgia Line, dude? That shit was so sick. And then that person's gonna be stoned to death because I firmly believe in 10 years, Florida Georgia Line will be considered war criminals, just by the world. Like they subjected our ears to this horrible music. They're gonna be in the Hague in 10 years.
Song, you make me want to roll my windows down and cruise.
Guys, remember how Morgan Wallet like didn't wear sleeves and had a mullet and was racist as shit? That was fucking awesome.
Remember that he still was like, oh, but it's cool. Like, he didn't mean that shit he said, right?
I saw a thing today. His new album's he's releasing a 36 song album, which you're a fucking asshole for doing. And it was like 120 writers went into the 36 songs.
Oh, what?
I was like, holy fucking shit. I laughed so goddamn hard at that. Like, you look at this song, it's 30, like, so it's a page that you're looking at of 36 lines, and it'll say the song and then the writers next to it, and some of them go on to a second line for the one song. There's so goddamn writers on it.
That's good.
They go, why do you need 9 people to write, girl, you look pretty to not get in my truck, I'll try not to yell racial slurs at you.
All right. Moving on. Sorry for not really answering that question. Great, Skylar. But our next question comes from Josh Tree Coddle at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter, and he says, "Who's more dominant, small L or capital I?" So lowercase L or capital I. And I think obviously this makes a big difference if you're typing compared to writing. But I think that for this purpose, we're going to use typing. I think
you can use whatever you want. You will not dictate my answer.
All right. Well, lowercase L or uppercase I, or I am going to say lowercase L is the more dominant one on that one. And why? Why, you may ask? Look at the word Illinois. All you have to do is look at Illinois. It starts with a capital I. It's got 2 lowercase L's in it, and they're more dominant than the I, and they can pass off as an I sometimes, but they can also be their own thing. They're a little bit everything, more versatile. You see them more often. Lull, like lull is a cool word because it's almost all L's. Think about that. That looks like it could also be like EAU, where it's just almost all capital I's too, but lull is more cool. It's more dominant.
The capital I is dominant. It's capital. It's its own word by itself. It's a descriptor. Oh no, but when you write take that L, you use the capital L. Nobody uses a lowercase L. You just fucked yourself in this argument. Nobody says take that L and writes a lowercase L. Nobody does that.
I do.
Like, hey, when you put the L on your forehead to show somebody when you were a little kid, what L did you use? Lowercase or uppercase?
Just this one.
You went the uppercase L.
Like a unicorn horn.
L, or I don't know which way my camera's facing because I don't know if this flips or not.
That's what I did. Unicorn basically. L.
Yeah, no, it's the uppercase is dominant.
It's not like a lowercase I can't also be like that can't also be another letter.
Dude, I is not only dominant over it because it is uppercase, but it is uppercase when used by itself throughout. Like, it's not just the first letter of the sentence that you have to uppercase. If you have I in the middle of it by itself, bam, it's uppercase again. It's defying the rules of, oh, only the first letter is capitalized. No, baby girl. I needs to be shown respect at all times when it's by itself.
I think you see
capitalize
more
that bitch.
Lowercase L's in the wild than you do capitalize. I think
also
L's are more dominant because they can play that role too. So they can do everything that a capital I does, but they can also do their own thing.
You described it yourself earlier. There is no term that says hold that I. It's hold that L. The L is the loser.
Right, so that's dominant. But it's dominant because that was more.
L is the loser. L is the loser. I is the dominant. Capitalized.
No, I disagree. Dominant. I disagree. Robert, what do you think?
Capital I.
Capital I, y'all are both high.
Capital I.
They're both fucking high.
You can't prove that.
I can. And I'm wrong.
No, dude. It's just logic, man.
All you gotta do is look at Illinois. The answer is in Illinois. It's got all of it. It's got two.
And what's the first letter of Illinois?
Right,
capital I,
which looks just like the next two letters, which are lowercase L, which are
so it came first, and then the lowercase L's are copying. They're posers,
right? But it also
they're posers.
What follows?
No, you said right. You said right. You said right. So you agree with me.
Like a capital I is only as good as a lowercase L. So it's like your best.
It's not. It's better.
Your capital is only as good
capital I
as lowercase.
Capital I
is opposed to your lowercase being as good as a capital and also a lowercase. Like, yeah, no, can't convince me.
If you looked at a capital I and somebody said, "What is that?" You'd be like, "That's an I." If you looked at a lowercase L, you'd be like, "That's a lowercase L." You have to add the descriptor because it's just not as good.
Disagree.
Well, you've been outvoted, sir.
Glamour Perry at Glam for Life on Twitter, GLAM, the number 4 LYFE. Glamour says, would you rather lie about your age to fit in with your friends and guys you date, or get treated like a baby for being the youngest friend? Asking for a friend, of course. So lie about your age to fit in with your friends and guys you date, or get treated like a baby for being the youngest friend. I don't think, like, if you're getting treated like a baby for being the youngest friend, like, are you 15 years younger than everybody?
I gotta be honest, I don't give a fuck about either one of these. Like, not even in the littlest bit. Like,
I don't think you lie about your age.
I'm trying to form an opinion, and it's difficult. That's a little like why do you care? Why do you if you walk up and you're hanging out with people and someone was, wait, how old are you? And you're like, well, I'm 30. And they're like, oh, dude, we're all 36. I'd be like, okay. Who gives a shit? It's not like I'm 16 hanging out with 28-year-olds. That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
which I've done.
A big gap like that. But
once you're adults, who gives a shit?
No, you definitely don't lie about your age because it always comes out at some point. Like, if you get close enough with somebody, and then they're like, "Oh, that's so and so lied to me." Like, don't do that.
I mean, I'll take getting treated like a baby. I don't give a shit. You're gonna baby me? Being babied is dope.
You just don't.
You are the baby, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm the baby.
You just deal with people if they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're the baby of the group." Be like, "Okay," and you either just deal with that,
what are you
or
gonna
you
do?
just I don't fucking care, man.
Big O, shut up. You're young. You don't even know. I'd be like, dude, you're 36 looking for advice. Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit either.
Yeah. Just be like, I'm cooler than you anyway.
Get your shit together before you judge me for being too young to give advice. How about being too old to get advice? Figure your own shit out. That's actually a good line. You should use that one. Don't lie about being too young. Just be exactly who you are. And when they're like, "Oh, you're too young to know," be like, "Shut up, you fucking old bitch."
Yeah, don't lie about your age to fit in. Just be like, "This is my age," and if they give you shit, be like, "Fuck you, dude. Fuck you."
Remember, you're fucking awesome. Just be you.
Yeah, you're chill. You're really cool. So,
dude, you're good. Just let them treat you like a baby. Be like, okay, oh, Will, baby forgot her wallet. Maybe you need to pay for me. That's what you do.
Oh, yeah, they make him pay for everything. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Like, oh, I'm so young. I don't know about finances. I don't have money. Can you pay for my meal?
She does know about finance, though. Believe it or not.
Yeah, but they don't even know that because they think she's young.
Impeccable.
She's a baby.
About finances. So yeah, just be yourself, and if they call you baby, tell them they're a bunch of bitches. And then if they're calling you baby, like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a geriatric, and then flip it on them, and then they'll stop, and then it's even. So there you go. Next question is from Quentin Hughes. Second time hearing from him on the pod today, at Q the Ace on Twitter, and he says, power rank these natural disasters by scariness. He gives us tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfire, and floods. All right, I got mine down. I'll start us off. I think 1 is earthquake, just because it's like I'm terrified to like fall into the earth. Like that is absolutely terrifying. I understand that sometimes it can just shake shit, but it's also like stuff can fall on you and crush you to death. You can also just be like, the earth just swallowed me up, and thinking about that is absolutely terrifying. The odds that you're in like where it cracks, probably not like that big, but like, what if? It's like quicksand. Like, I don't want to just get sucked into the earth. That would be the worst. So earthquakes, 1, just because they seem terrifying. That's like being right at the center of the earthquake. Number 2, I'm going to go tornado, because they just show up. They just show up.
Like,
you said that before. You said like they're scarier than hurricanes. And I was like, I came around to like, you're right. They do just fucking show up. Like you can get warnings of it, but you never know, like it's going to be right here. It's just like, boop, done, and it fucks shit up. And like here in Texas, like that fucked some shit up last week. Number 3, hurricane, because it is a combination of a tornado and a flood. It's got both of those things, so it's got a little double duty right there. But it doesn't, like, you have warning, unlike with a tornado where it's just like, pop, we're here, now we're gone, shit's fucked up, we're out. Hurricane is like, all right, get the bags, get the sand bags, get the toilet paper, get the water. Everybody in Texas knows how to fucking do that. But like tornado and flood makes it scarier than the other. Then I go flood, because flood fucks shit up, and then wildfire, 5, scary, but just don't be in the wild. And I understand that it doesn't just fuck up shit in the wild, but like, I'm not living next to a highly wooded area right now, so I'm less scared of it.
No, I feel you on that. I'm gonna go
earthquake, tornado, hurricane, flood, and wildfire are my power rankings.
I'm gonna go. I'm sticking to my answer. I'm going NATO. NATO's 1. Them motherfuckers just show up, and yeah, they might be like, "Oh, tornadoes are coming today." You don't know where.
Yeah.
You ain't tracking the path of a tornado. We'll track the path of a fucking hurricane for 2 weeks before it hits landfall. Tornado, they're just like, hey, we think some shit's gonna get fucked. Oh, fuck, it's next to me. Yeah. You don't fucking know. That's number 1. 2, earthquake. Same thing. Them bitches just show up. They don't even know when. I'm pretty sure they don't know when earthquakes are coming. I could be lying about that, but I think they just it's fucking happen.
It's the floor of the earth just be like, I'm fucking moving. Like, that's terrifying to me. The earth is just like, not here. Like, why does it pick that place? Fuck you. California fault line. We're opening shit up.
Not about that. 3, I'm not going to just put flood. I'm going to say the flash flood. You ever seen those videos where there's like, oh, this is a video of a flash flood, and you're just watching a like street. And then out of nowhere, if you skip 10 seconds into the video, that street is like 4 feet underwater. Because like this massive wall of water just, dude, that's terrifying to me. Scary. That they could be like, oh, a flash flood is coming. And they're like, how much time do you have? And then they're like, oh no, it's already hitting me. Like I'm climbing onto my roof because my life is in danger. Flash floods are scary as shit. 4, I'm gonna go hurricane. Because even if you know what's coming, if you don't have the time to get out of the way, you're fucked. That's just And even if you have time to get out of the way, you get stuck in traffic, you're fucked. 5, I'm gonna go wildfire. I'm not affected by those. That's only in like California and shit.
So you're gonna go tornado, earthquake, flood, hurricane, wildfire.
Yes. Tornado, earthquake, flood, hurricane, wildfire, and just really 2 out of the 3 of these guys just don't fucking live in California. Yeah. Just don't fucking live there, and you don't have to deal with earthquakes or wildfires. So 2 out of the 5 scariest things we're ranking, not your fucking problem.
Robert, what about you?
I think I'm going to go tornado, flood, hurricane, fire. Was that it?
Earthquake.
Earthquake last.
You know earthquake last?
No earthquake last. I mean, you guys.
I think that
both of
I
you
will
guys
say this.
put,
I think the earthquakes are the least deadly out of these.
But that's scariest if you're in the middle of the shit, you know.
Like I'd poop myself if I was. Yeah, dude. If I was doing an ab workout and an earthquake hit, game over.
Just chaos.
Just chaos in my underpants.
Absolute chaos.
Yeah, both of you guys put wildfires last because you don't have to deal with them. Like I don't have to deal with earthquakes or wildfires either. So
that's fair.
Then go last for me.
Logic on that. There's always those like earthquake movies, and they just scare the shit out of me. Where it's like you just see everything open up, and you're like, nope.
Yeah, and that's not how they are either. By the way, shit rumbles, and then you got to make sure nothing falls on you.
Hollywood is top.
Dude, Hollywood are the ones that deal with earthquakes, and they lie about how they are. That's the craziest part of it.
They gotta sell it, dude.
Like they're just like, this is how they are, and they'll film through an earthquake and just be like, dude, don't worry, nobody's gonna know.
All right, final question of the week is from our buddy Todd Voss at @as_scene_by_TV on Twitter, and Todd says, "You're cursed and must choose one movie to watch 500 times before you can watch any other movie. What is your movie of choice?"
Dude, this is so easy. This is the easiest thing ever because it literally just popped right in my fucking head. What's going to be the only thing that never gets old? Give me Jackass 1.
Movie. Jackass 1's a good one.
Dude, you just watch Jackass over and over. It's Jackass. And nut shots are always funny. Don't get me wrong. I love Boondock Saints. I don't want to watch it 500 times in a row. I don't want to watch Godfather 500 times in a row. I want shit that's just going to make me laugh. Just give me Jackass. How many times have you seen that the same skit from Jackass and you laugh every time? Every fucking just give me Jackass.
I mean, Godfather would be a terrible one because just like I did some math doing like calculating mine out. Yeah, because it's like 3 hours long. So my two favorite movies, they're pretty much interchangeable for favorite, is I Love You Man and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So
great movies.
I could watch those on repeat forever. Like if you Christmas storied a channel and just put those on repeat, like I would be fine watching those nonstop. So like I could burn through 500 of those and still love them. I basically just cut down the time on it. So like to get through the 500 watches, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is 111 minutes runtime, and I Love You Man is 105 minutes runtime. The 6 extra minutes that I would save watching I Love You Man over 500 viewings would be 3,000 minutes shorter in length of how many times I would have to watch a movie. So like I'm saving myself 3,000 minutes by saving 6 minutes on one movie. I'm going to go I Love You Man because it's the shorter one. That's my logic to that one.
Yeah, I just looked up. It would be exactly 900 hours of Boondock Saints I would have to watch. I'm looking up Jackass. But here's the thing about Jackass. It's so good. You can watch it like The Office. I mean, all these, it just has to be on. So you can be doing other things. But like, dude, just nut shots are always funny.
Watch it.
So let's see, 87.
I would have to watch 52,500 minutes of I Love You Man.
I mean, hey, if I just switched from my favorite movie, Boondock Saints, 900 hours of television, just to the Jackass movie, that's 725 hours.
How many minutes?
Okay, times 60, 43,000. 43,500 minutes for Jackass the movie.
But yeah, so I would go. So those are solid ones. Robert, what would you go?
You know,
hold on. Let's say, and by the way, break it down to weeks. Just shy of 14 hours a week, I got to watch Jackass. Which, if it's the only thing I'm watching,
only movie you can watch TV maybe.
What was that the question? Only.
Let's pretend you can't watch anything else before you can watch any other movie.
One movie to watch 500 times before you can watch any other. That would mean any other movie. You can still watch TV, but
any
still
other program. Let's just pretend it's any other program.
Just 14 hours a week. I got to watch Jackass. It's an hour and a half, so I got to watch it. That was that like 10 times a week.
Yeah, something like that.
So basically, you're just every day you got to watch it twice.
All right, Robert, what'd you go with?
500 times is a very long time. I was originally thinking, I'll watch a movie that I like, probably like a Marvel
Avengers,
movie,
which is 4 hours.
Yeah, those are super long. I feel like maybe I'd watch like an animated movie. Those are usually shorter. And I don't think I'd get as tired of them as quickly. Like I don't feel like I could do like a straight comedy. Like I think all the jokes would be repetitive and be the exact same thing, and I don't think I'd find it funny by the end. So I feel like it has to be.
But if it's Jackass, that's the kind of humor that like it's not a joke. It's just naturally funny watching people get hurt. So you get used to it, but it's still gonna be funny.
But you had to pick one though. Who would you go with?
Beauty and the Beast is only 84 minutes.
Only 84 minutes?
But you'd get so sick of Beauty and the Beast.
Hold on. I gotta look something up.
Sure.
I'm trying to. So I looked up a thing: the 10 shortest movies in the IMDb top 50. That's like, let's see, Passion of Joan of Arc. Toy Story is only 81 minutes. That's about the shortest really good movie I've come across yet.
Would you go Toy Story? You haven't seen Toy Story, so you don't know.
You got your friend. No, you couldn't do Toy Story because if you have that much Randy Newman stuck in your head, you're gonna go fucking insane.
Yeah, I was thinking like A Bug's Life, but I just saw it's an hour and 35 minutes. So like it's 90 minutes.
I'm looking up all these like shortest movies, and they're all from like 1920. And just like, yeah, I'm not trying to watch Charlie Chaplin with the fucking Hitler mustache be funny silently for 80 minutes a day for the next year.
I'm gonna go with The Bug's Life. If I had to give an answer, I'm gonna say Bug's Life.
How long was that one?
90 minutes.
I preferred Ants.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, and like Jackass is shorter than that. Jackass is 87 minutes. Or maybe you choose one of the other Jackasses if you find that funnier. But like,
go with the shortest one.
You know what? I could actually probably do the South Park movie, but I have a feeling that one was actually like pretty long. Hold on, let me just look at the runtime.
I just would never watch another movie again because I wouldn't want to watch a movie 500 times.
Actually, the South Park movie's 6 minutes less than Jackass. It's 81 minutes, and that would, but like musicals, that's the thing, is like you don't want that song just driving you fucking nuts all day. So I actually like, I very strongly believe that Jackass is the answer.
It's a good one. That's a good one. All right, that was a good question, Todd.
I didn't expect a lot of data and numbers to come into the answer segment, but
running the stats, guys. Big stats, guys. Y'all know that about us. That's it for us, guys. Don't forget, mark your calendars. Make sure you free up your time for next Saturday, February 11th, Kobo's Q, 2012 Rusk Street in downtown Houston. We're gonna go on about 1. They open, I think, at 11, so you can come hang out with us beforehand. We're gonna do the live podcast at 1, probably 1 to 2. Then we're gonna chill for the rest of the day with you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Best food in town, and I'm really looking forward to the 500th episode. So we got $4.99 next Wednesday. Next Saturday, we're gonna be recording the 500th one. Then we're gonna put it out on Monday, and then we'll do 501 next, or the Wednesday after that. So we got a lot planned for you guys. Then we got the March 18th gig out at Southern Star. We're gonna be hanging out with you guys a bunch coming soon. And like next week is gonna be pretty lit. Super Bowl weekend, so you get to fucking get amped for the Super Bowl, and then you get to hang out with us on Saturday. Then Super Bowl on Sunday. Fucking hell of a weekend. Please give us a 5-star review and a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you're listening to podcasts. If you're not watching us, don't forget, you can always go watch us on YouTube. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@PassTheGrady Podcast. And then just also, you can just search Pass the Grady Podcast. Make sure to subscribe to us. You can also subscribe to A Recent Study Suggests. Robert and Sam, did y'all just make a YouTube channel, or have y'all had one you just started updating?
Yeah, we've had it for a while. Just haven't been publishing anything because we don't have video podcast.
Is just A Recent Study Suggests. Go search for that on YouTube. Subscribe to them. They just put out episode number 100. I listened to it and it was great. Go check it out, and don't forget, you can hear Robert's White Lotus impression, his intro impression, which is very good if I do say so myself. Then I do the Claret Big Blue podcast. So you can listen to that on Tuesdays. You can watch us live on Twitch, and just follow the Twitter link or go on our YouTube channel, Clara and Big Blue Podcast. Then yeah, please give us a 5-star review wherever else you're listening to us. Share us with a friend. That means the most. That means the world to us. If you share us with a friend, just like, hey, check out this podcast. This is a podcast I enjoy. You'll enjoy too. Add to the Gravy Gang. We always love it when people are hopping in on the Gravy Gang. There's no shortage, or like we're never gonna run out of room for the Gravy Gang. All right, guys, y'all are the best. We love you guys. Be good to everybody this week, man. I lost my grandma this week, and it's just kind of like seeing my mom lose her mom was just kind of like, love, like tell people you love in your life that you love them. And I'm not trying to get any sympathy or anything for it, but like just tell the people you love that you love them, man. You don't know when the next time you get to see somebody is, and just make sure the people that are important to you in your life know that they're important to you in your life. Not to get all sappy at the end, but I love you guys, and it means the world to me that you guys spend 2 hours and 9 minutes with us on a day like today, listening to our podcast. You guys are the fucking best. I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Until then, you motherfuckers, pass the gravy, bitches.
Shorty at the apple bottom cheese, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor.